Hello everybody, we're back. Embers of Autumn. I'm wearing my Sunday night streaming outfit because who cares? Some announcements before we begin. Charity of choice is Color of Change, which is great. Let me just post the link in chat. You can go check it out there. If you have any extra money to donate, you can donate to this really great charity. What else?
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Yeah.
First stream of Pride Month.
First stream of Pride Month. And if anyone gives me shit for using the LGBTQ tag, they can fuck off because I'm bisexual, so fuck you. That's me coming out on stream. Anyways.
You did great, Justin.
Fucking stan a bitch.
That's a whole topic that I do not want to get into either about bi erasure. And anyways, Patreon. We got a Patreon you can check out. $3 a month. You can join our Tarask tier, I believe is what I called it. And you can get free adventures, encounters, and dungeons for your D&D campaigns. This month's is a Domain of Dread. So if you're playing through Van Richten's, you're using Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft and doing a Ravenloft campaign, you can check out my Ravenloft domain called the Fleshmire. Oh, a domain of all meat, where the buildings are made of meat. And that domain might have homebrew creatures that the party played with last week. So. Also, tomorrow night is technically our finale of Candlekeep Mysteries because, there's been some cast little stuff going on the channel. That's why Ravenloft this Sunday was only 3 people dealing with stuff behind the scenes. So Candlekeep Mysteries, which is what we were running during our Rime of the Frostmaiden hiatus, is going to be ending this Thursday. And then we'll be coming back next Thursday to finish off Rime of the Frostmaiden. You may notice some cast changes in that as well. Because unfortunately one of the cast members had to step away for a time. They may come back in the future. Who knows? So we'll be wrapping up Rime of the Frostmaiden, and then after Rime of the Frostmaiden ends, we'll be doing a month-long break Thursday nights, because I need one. And then I get vaccinated this Friday.
Woo!
So we'll see,
Yes!
we'll see what happens this weekend in terms of stuff. Because I might be dead. Yeah.
If the lockdown didn't kill you, you're fine.
No. A lot of stuff. All right, so I think that's everything. Yep. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Thanks to anyone who tuned into our Ravenloft campaign on Sunday night. It was real spooky. They ran through the House of Lament, so if you like haunted houses. Anyways. And spirit boards, maybe. Last we left off, the party turned around and backtracked to the settlement of Bastille to complete the liver thief contract that the Wayfarers Guild had been looking to get sorted out through the dwarven militia in Bastille. So the party went to Bastille to investigate the militia members being found dead every morning with their livers taken out near a manor called the Irecraft Manor. The party asked some questions of the captain of the militia, the leader of the militia, Bruthilda, I believe is the name I used, and investigated the exterior of the house, as bodies of the militia members were found on the property, or just off the property. Peeked through some windows, stole some apples, and when peeking through the windows, Quoin saw a mass of flesh kind of pulsating on the ceiling, so the party decided hey, why not? Let's go inside. And the party went inside and noticed that the first floor, at least, everything was covered in a thick layer of drool. Second floor, sort of the same, but each doorway had weird pieces of fleshy things in it. A blinking eyeball, a uvula. Gross stuff. Third floor, however, all the walls on the third floor were caked in flesh that had sort of acid attributes to it. That was melting things and cooking things, and you all had a good time. And you all heard noises and speaking coming from the third floor, and investigated a room which the doorknob and keyhole had been kind of glazed over with flesh and meat. That was dealt with, and it seemed to alert the presence, or alert whatever was inside the room as it shouted out, "Yummy, yummy!" And the door was open to see a dwarf standing there, but behind the dwarf was a massive mound of flesh, eyes, tongues, teeth, hands, and feet. And the dwarf mentioned this was his wife, this flesh mass. And the party fought said flesh mass. And when the said flesh mass moved around, it covered more things in flesh, coating an entire couch in meat. Party fought it, and noticed that this thing was stabilizing those that were unconscious with its tendrils, trying to suck out organs. But the creature was dealt with. People have been healed. Kenna's unconscious was stable. And that's where we're going to pick up, in the hallway of this flesh house.
Oh. Well, that could have gone worse.
And the dwarf is unconscious. Or he'd die.
No, he's still alive, I think.
He's tied up.
I put one
Right. So he's
one
conscious. So
point
he's
of lay on
conscious.
hands into him.
Right, he's conscious.
And he's tied up, so immediately I would leave him alone and go and put some lay on hands into Kenna.
Okay.
What happened?
So I'll put like 7 into her.
Okay.
Into them. Pardon me.
You killed my
7
wife.
and-
That's what happened.
I did that?
You all
Sweet.
did.
Druck's gonna go put a
Perception
Muzzle?
check,
Walk in his
please,
mouth.
before you do.
Okay.
I'm also going to heal myself.
Okay.
If I have any
Yeah.
spell slots left.
Just me.
Yep.
25.
There's something in his mouth that he's trying to bite down on.
Druck with his whole hand is just gonna go wah,
Okay.
right down his throat.
Okay. Yeah, there's something in his mouth. It feels like it's like small and it's spherical.
Yeah, he's grabbing it.
You pull out a little sphere filled with a green fluid. The size of a gumball almost.
He's gonna and then just look at him, try and gauge his reaction.
Give me that back. I need it.
Pretty sure it's mine now.
It's mine. It's my medicine.
And he was gonna look and see how he acts when he puts it like close to his mouth.
Still wide-eyed.
Okay. All right.
Could I make an insight check to see if he's telling the truth about that?
Sure.
That's kind of what I was trying to do. Was like,
Okay,
but
make an
that's
insight
okay.
check.
Yeah.
7 for Kenna.
Miss probably his
8.
medicine.
Yeah.
If they would
Drunk is
let
gonna-
Dax would have helped Kenna up by this point.
Thanks.
Druck is gonna put this questionable thing into his pouch in one of his pockets, and then he's going to tie a bell on the backside, like where this guy's bound up. He's gonna tie a bell onto his back so that we know if he's like struggling at all.
All right.
It'll just go ding, ding, ding.
And just so everyone's refreshed and what this floor looks like, at least currently where you are, because you're in the hallway, the walls and ceilings of this floor are covered in wet, red, glistening flesh. Walls and ceilings, just meat. You don't see any wallpaper or wood from the structure itself. And the floors are, there's like 1.5 foot of just drool coating the floor. Or like a foot.
I suppose we should look around.
And Druck will just look at the dwarf and
Is there anything else interesting in this house?
Of course, but you're not going to find it. You came in here and killed my family. I'm not answering your questions.
Well, you were feeding
What would you-
them.
Of course I was. What would you do for the ones you love?
Not kill people and steal their livers.
And then just go silent.
What was your partner giving you in return for keeping her in this state? And like Dax gestures around the
Nothing.
room.
She was alive.
How did it happen? Or was she always like this and it's just kind of her thing?
It doesn't answer.
Look, man.
If you give me my medicine, I'll tell you everything.
Vern,
Yes.
do you think you could tell us what this is?
I could certainly try. Did you say it was like an enclosed bottle?
It's a spherical little ball filled with like a green fluid.
Okay, so it is like entirely enclosed. There's no way
Yep.
to get it out,
Correct.
So it's like a
Amundo.
fruit gusher?
but made of glass.
Not
Hmm.
a very pleasant gusher.
More like a Tide Pod.
Just like
Are you proficient in alchemist supplies?
no.
then
Imagine not proficient in any tools.
you will not be able to. Anyone who's proficient in alchemist supplies could try to identify this, but if you're not, you cannot.
I was gonna say, just kind of based on the fact, just kind of piecing together, based on the like, with my with some basic knowledge of medicine here, the only way to ingest this would be to break the glass with one's teeth.
Yeah.
Which would do terrible, terrible things to the inside of your mouth.
Sorry, it's not glass either.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
It's like
membrane.
It's like a membrane.
Oh, okay.
So it
it's
is a
squishy.
Tide Pod.
So it's a Tide Pod.
You can give me a medicine check, but specifically to identify what this is, you would need alchemist supply proficiency.
Well, I suppose we could always poke a hole in it and lick it and see what happens.
Oh, I thought you had the book magic to.
If it's
tell
magical,
what it is.
yes, if it's magical, then that'll tell me something. But if it has no magical properties, if it's just chemical, then unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Pocket.
I mean, I could certainly try it. I would, if it has any magic on it, I would be able to tell. Any magic or magic imbued item.
You could certainly try.
Yeah. Well, if no one else has any ideas, I could take the 10 minutes. All right. Well,
While he's doing that, can I go, get down on one knee next to Arthur?
Mm-hmm.
Try to talk to him,
He's not talking to anybody right now.
Hey, Arthur. Can I call you Arthur?
No response.
I understand that loss is hard. I've been through it myself. A lot of people have gone through it.
You
Like,
don't know
especially-
anything about what I've gone through.
I can probably understand your pain.
Did somebody break into your home and kill your beloved?
No, but I
Then you
did.
can't understand my pain.
I did watch
And he
my
stops talking.
I did watch my mother die in front of me. Alright. She wasn't killed, she just got sick. And sometimes grief comes in different forms. Clearly, you took your denial stage maybe a little too far. But just think of us, this whole thing, just pushing you along towards the acceptance phase. Because doing this, you were never gonna get there. You were just teasing yourself and delaying the inevitable.
Can I have my medicine now, please?
Ben, you got anything?
Ben?
after 10 minutes of identify, do I get anything?
Nothing gets pinged off from identify.
I've got nothing.
I'll take that then.
Then
Yes.
I could taste it. I have a pretty hardy constitution.
Can I give me a perception or insight check because you're leaning right down in front of this guy.
Yeah. Perception or insight are both +3. I'm gonna give myself guidance to add a d4. Okay, that's much better. That is a 17 total.
When Dax mentions tasting it, he kind of smirks a bit.
Is it kind of... Can I get the feel that tasting it isn't the point, or tasting it maybe isn't good for your health?
I mean, probably.
I wouldn't do that, Dax.
Do you want to taste it instead, Ken?
No, I don't want to taste that. I don't think it's the helpful kind of medicine that he's insinuating.
Well, I need to patch some of my wounds.
I'm sorry, Druck. I'm all out of spell slots.
No, I'm just saying it's going to take time.
Yeah.
I will patch as usual.
How is everyone looking health-wise?
I'm a little over half after using my last 2 spell slots to heal myself.
On a scale of 1 to 20, I'm at an 18.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 34, I'm at a solid 11.
I got 5 hit points.
Yeah, me too.
Can I have my medicine now, please?
No, shut
no.
up.
He spits on Druck.
Well, I put 4.
There's so much saliva already on Druck from the house. It's like,
Druck, I'm gonna give you 4 hit points.
We are
Then I'm
taking some time to bandage up, yes.
sure.
Ooh, he'll get a short rest too then.
Nice. You looked like you were a little worse for the wear, so I wanted to make sure that you had a little, sort of pick me up.
Yes. Every little bit helps.
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like. And he starts like taking some string and like some old bits of cloth and just like making bandages, and putting them around his arms and stuff.
All right, what's everybody else doing?
I mean, if we're taking a short rest, I'll probably try and
All right,
do some hit dice then.
that'll bring us to 7 p.m.
I will. I don't think I can. I think I've already used. Oh no, I haven't used Arcane Recovery yet today. So I will also short rest to use that.
All right.
At some point, the spiritual weapon vanishes.
Mom also vanishes. So, what are we gonna do with him? Are we gonna take him in to, what's her name? To
Brutilda?
Yeah.
Yes. In
Yeah, have
case, sorry, yes. In case we don't find anything here, I'm sure they have. They're much more skilled at interrogation.
Oh, there's answers here.
He's just gonna go and put a bind in his mouth like he was planning to do.
He's trying to bite
this
your
place.
fingers.
And great, I'm not getting anywhere near his mouth. Rolled up thing.
I guess we should take him in. We could probably explore a little bit better if we don't have to drag him along with us.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is you want to hand him over to Brutilda and then you want to check out the place? Or do you want to maybe tie him to like a radiator and then we look around the place and then we give him to Brutilda?
I could carry him, Quoin.
That you could do that. That is another option that we have. That is wonderful. I like this flow of energy, this positivity, lots of popcorning more and more ideas about what to do with the man who thought it was okay to trap people and feed their livers to his wife, you know? That is a man who's got very little to lose.
You've got a point there, Quoin.
It's also possible that his wife was well, Ben's just gonna take his wand and just like lean back and like full arms like gently poke the nearest wall.
Okay. Your wand dissolves a little bit.
Yeah. Well, whatever this is, it's possible that this was caused by his wife being present. But now that she's gone,
When it dissolved, it looks like some of the acidic residue isn't as potent as it was before. Like it's like maybe like the tip is dissolved down, maybe like a couple like
okay,
just
like dulled the tip,
yeah,
a
basically.
little bit. Okay. Whatever this is possible that it was caused by her presence, and now that she's gone, it and other clues may start to dissolve quickly. Though we sat here for an hour and we didn't see anything, so that also may.
The drool looks like it's not running anymore. It's kind of just gone
Okay.
still, so it's no longer like dripping down the walls.
Mm-hmm. Things have started to dry up a bit, it seems.
Better for us. We don't have to deal with as much interesting substances.
True.
Oh. Shall we then? We could check out this room right here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dax is gonna kneel down next to Arthur and just.
He can't talk currently because there's a rope in his mouth.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm just going to carry you. I'm not trying to harm you. We've all been through a lot today. Let us mellow for just a little bit, and then maybe we can talk. We'll pick him up gently, and then on her shoulder, being gentle.
Okay. So, in the hallway currently, you have the room that the fight happened in, and then there's the room behind you, and then, you know, the other areas of this floor.
There was an office area, right?
It looks more like a reading room where the flesh creature was fought.
Okay.
And you guys, there is an office, but technically you guys don't know it's there because that was just on the battle map. You guys didn't see it yet because that room hasn't been opened yet. So no one knows about that room.
I mean, we saw the door though. That's the
You
one.
saw the
that
door.
I was just
Yeah.
That's where I suggested we just check out.
So the doorway across the hall, not the doorway you guys fought the thing in.
Correct.
Okay. There's flesh coating the doorknob and keyhole, but it doesn't appear as acidic as before.
Then would you do the honors?
Oh, yes. Bzz. Gonna do Ray of Frost.
You don't need to roll for it, I'll say.
Okay.
But yeah, when you hit it, it just goes, and then the flesh just kind of glides off the doorknob. Like it's like viscous maple syrup just running down the door.
I didn't feel like sacrificing another dagger.
That is entirely wise.
When that noise gets heard, Dax just kind of like pats Arthur on the shoulder. Just in case he's just kind of like.
No, he's just still and not really giving a shit. But the doorknob is freed from acidic flesh. Okay.
Open the door and look in.
It looks like this is the master bedroom. The floors and carpets are soaked with drool. Because again, yeah. In the southeastern corner of the room is a chair of meat, sitting in front of a desk of meat, covered in damp pieces of paper. There's a bookcase in that small area where the desk is, filled with books with names written on the spines. In the bedroom itself are 2 flesh-caked wardrobes, a flesh-caked vanity mirror nestled in the northwestern corner of the room, and the king-size bed appears like a waterbed. This is my favorite part. But the mattress appears to be a thin membrane of skin with some sort of yellow, thick thick yellow fluid held inside. It looks like the mattress looks like a big cyst. Body horror. So content warning, yeah. Sat before the bed is a crib that has also become made of pure meat, and there are a collection of grasping small humanoid hands all over the interior of the crib and a pair of dull, blinking eyes. And yeah, there's papers on the desk.
Would I need to make a check to be able to connect these dots?
What dots?
That they were either just had or were expecting a child when
No way, there would be no way to figure that out in this state.
But there's a crib in the room.
I understand. That's whatever Kenna thinks is what Kenna thinks.
All right.
I lean over to Kenna. I say, do you think we're going to find specific poetry in this office as well?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, do you think we're going to find specific poetry in this office as well? You know, we found poetry in the last office that we were in, and I wanted to know if that was something that you think we're going to find again. Maybe some more.
I don't think any that was written by the owner of this estate, but possibly in some of these books.
Not poetry.
So we're not going to find any. I was trying to just say an aside to Kenna. So I guess go over and look at the stuff on the desk.
Gazing at the pictures on the desk, you see what appears to be drawings of an octahedron-shaped object of jet black color, and with brilliant colors etched throughout the interior of this object, which seem to blink and flash from within behind 8 spinning rings of jagged metal that cover the outside of the object, or so you can tell from the pictures drawn here. There are words that say, "I've buried the object I found in the basement. It is mine and mine alone."
I had to Google what an octahedron is.
A
It's
D8.
a fucking D8.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking damn it.
Big D8.
Does Quoin share that with the rest of us?
Oh yeah, everybody come look at their drawings of what I assume to be some sort of confession of wrongdoing. Seems to be what is happening with these drawings.
And the drawings are all of the same object, the same octahedron.
Sorry, go ahead.
This place has got a basement?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've been very helpful, Arthur. I'm just gonna keep thinking about the crib
Okay.
off to the side.
Vern, do these books say anything to you?
Can certainly take a look.
Ven,
Yes.
the books you find in the bookcase in the office area, where are they? Give me 1 second. I had them here. There they are. They're all diaries with various names written on the spines, and they're all empty.
Strange. These are diaries, but the pages are all empty.
Mm-hmm.
Do we recognize any of the names?
No.
However, certain magics can hide the contents of books and mask lettering. So I think it'd be best to just take these with for now.
Okay. There's 15 books.
Okay.
That's heavy.
It is. It's a sizable stack. Is there anything in this room not made of meat that I could use to cart these books around?
Technically, the bed isn't made of meat. It's a membrane and pus.
But no, like blankets.
No, there's carpet.
How big's the car? Is it like carpeting or is
Let me
it
look up.
like a rug?
There is segmented carpeting.
Okay, can I just like get a section of carpet,
Yeah.
put the books down on it, or before? Okay, that's right. Everything's soaking wet. Now without the. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take the rug. I'm gonna drape it over something so it's hanging up.
So you peel the rug off the floor.
Yeah.
it's
Sticky.
Druck just holds out an arm like this for
I
you
can
to
use the
drape it
door.
over.
I'll use the door. I'll use the door.
And it's like
Fine.
it's when you
I'm
pick it up,
covered
it's
in
like you're
glue
squeezing
anyway.
a sponge.
Ugh. And then I'm gonna get
You guys
to
wanted
while
to
everyone
come
else is
here,
doing
so-
everything else. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna get to work just using prestidigitation on the rug to dry it off.
You can do that.
And then once I'm done drying it off, I'll use it like a bag to just wrap up the
Okay.
15 books. I
Sounds
can just
good.
haul them over my back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you got your flesh-caked wardrobes. Everything else is flesh-caked.
I
Gross.
wonder if any of this would taste good if it was cooked.
I highly doubt it.
Everyone give me... If you want to try to, I mean... Nah, never mind. Body horror is more fun when you don't know what's going on. And also, there's really no way to tell what this meat is made of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically the...
Let's make assumptions.
There's the master bedroom, basically, in all its description. Drawings. The drawings are a little damp because they're paper. Yeah.
Truck will go ahead and take those too. Just
Okay. If you ever picked up like a damp
Get
piece
proof.
of paper, they're pretty damp.
yeah, great.
They're like mulch.
He just kind of gestures to Ven.
Could you do your
Abracadabra.
All right. Yep. They are no longer sopping wet pieces of paper, but yeah, all like 10 pages are drawings of the same object, in different at different angles.
could be clues or evidence of something?
And yeah, the words say, "I've buried the object I found in the basement. It is mine and mine alone."
So, do we explore the rest of this upper floor or go to the basement?
I mean, we could check the other rooms on the other floors if we wanted to see if there were any more clues, but the basement seems the next clear direction.
While we're up here, we might as well just do a quick sweep as we go our way down.
Sweep the meat. How do you sweep these floors?
You don't.
You can mop them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had
Gross.
like,
Just
if
get a
they
giant loofah.
if they had like
Or
a
drunk?
they'd had like a little like robot vacuum, but it had turned into like some sort of like fleshy thing, would it be called a Woomba?
Yes, it would be.
Oh no! Why would you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Thank you.
get out!
I need
Leave.
a monster idea.
There's a
Oh.
there's a Woomba. There's a Woomba that's just going down the hall as we exit the
Just
room.
making wet sucking noises.
This is the worst version of Beauty and the Beast.
You guys wanted to come here.
Oh,
You guys could have went to a
That's gonna
platinum
be
mine
my
and had a
nightmare
good time.
tonight.
no,
We
we
could've.
were led to believe that there were lives on the line, and apparently this thing had been at least been on a feeding frenzy of what the last 3 weeks almost. So there were 20 livers in there every
Yeah.
morning. There was a
bunch
new
of them,
guard.
When you killed it, a bunch of them spilled out onto the floor. So there's
So-
there's like 20 or so livers currently just floating in that room.
Yeah. So
Gross.
I mean, there were, 20 or so unanswered deaths by the time we got there.
True.
If we had waited another week, that'd be nearly 30.
Might not be a militia anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you guys doing?
Yes,
The basement.
let's scan the rest of this area and then go to the basement.
That sounds like a good plan.
Druck will go peek his head into that. He didn't really go into that room, that library, I guess, right? Study?
Reading room, yeah.
Reading room. He'll poke his head into there, see if there's anything that looks interesting.
Okay. This small area sits in an open space. Is that the right? Hold on. Nope, that's the lounge. You're looking in the lounge. I was reading the room wrong. There's a little reading area near a window. The lounge is in a grotesque state.
You don't say.
The entire
Yeah.
room is coated in wet meat, and one of the couches has become completely encased in meat. The fireplace is dimly lit. Oh, that's nice. The sound of drool sizzling away in the coals. The two rightmost bookcases at the northern half of the room have been completely engulfed by flesh, with the leftmost bookcase seemingly intact. The bookcase in the southwestern corner of the room is also unscathed. Where deer heads were mounted above the fireplace, they have become covered in layers of meat, and appear to be writhing and moving on their own, and every so often they let out a meh noise. Meh.
Are those sheep?
Deer have
Deers kind of bleed too a little bit.
they kind of they can. It's weird. Deer can make a lot of different noises.
Meh.
Most of the time, right here.
Meh. Meh. Meh.
Thank you for that display, Garrett.
But there's nothing of interest in here. Everything's
Okay.
flesh covered and weird.
All right. Yeah. Boom.
Okay.
Are there? Oh, I just asked if there's no paintings, like family portraits or anything.
If they would have been, they're probably encased in walls of meat. Yeah, no portraits.
Are there any like protrusions that could be the
No.
shape of a frame?
Nope. The only protrusions you can see the outlines of where sconces might have been at one point.
Okay.
You guys now coming out of that room, you can see at the end of the hall, kind of in the southwestern corner of this area, looks like a little reading area where you could sit and read books by a window with natural light. You can see the dining room, and then there's another door on this wall where the dining room is. On the southern wall, there's another door that has not been explored yet. And then there's the kitchen and dining room, and then the reading area.
And this is all on the second floor.
This is the third floor still.
Oh, third floor.
And you guys fought the flesh thingy on the third floor.
Oh, right, because the second floor was
Was
like
the weird doors
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
with that like the blinking eyeball and the uvula.
yeah.
Mhm.
That Druck
Yeah, there was all
didn't
the
tell
doors that you-
anybody about.
Yeah. Drake just opened doors, looked in, saw what was in there, and just
Yeah, and
left
then opened the
immediately.
Hard notes.
And then when Druck opened the last door, it was just like a bunch of hot breath coming out, and Druck's fur was like.
One of those rooms definitely reminded me of something out of Silent Hill of a room.
That's. Thank you.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because there's the one room where it's I think I forget if it's the ceiling or floor. It's just an eyeball that follows you when you walk
Yep,
around
yep,
the
yep.
room. Yeah.
I love
Okay.
Silent Hill.
All right.
Anyways, yeah. So you got the reading area,
You don't say.
kitchen,
I'm so
dining room,
surprised.
and then you got. And I love body horror. Shout out to Cronenberg. So yeah, dining room and kitchen, reading area, and then you got the door on the southern wall you haven't explored yet.
All right. Druck will head to the closest thing.
Which would be the dining room, which is connected to
Alright.
the kitchen.
Sweet. Let's do that.
Okay, as you all look into the dining room, a wooden table, flanked by 4 chairs, all covered in drool. In the western corner of this room is a barrel filled with what once appeared to be alcohol, and still looks like alcohol, but there's something in it. In the kitchen area, there are baskets of putrefied meat and fruit, and nothing of interest. But there's a barrel of alcohol in here. And it's an open-topped barrel. So looking closer, it has become diluted with saliva and floating pieces of meat.
There we go.
So, free cocktails.
Just like what I'm imagining is like someone who is eating like a roast beef sandwich
And it just
and
drops
then
into
and then
alcohol.
like drank out of a thing and then backwashed into it.
Yeah.
And so it's just a bunch of like
Yeah.
chewed
It's
up
yeah,
roast
it's like
beef
it's
and
a barrel.
water.
It's a barrel of backwash.
Believe they call those in the business nasty lasties.
Oh, why?
I got a drunk story for off stream. I can tell you guys later. Anyways,
Mm,
Oh, no.
if I want it.
it just involves bread. Anyways, so that's the kitchen and dining room. You can have there's putrefied
no.
meat and fruit, and that's about it.
Still no family identifying port.
No.
Okay.
Well,
What? I might have had egos.
So you got the door that's unopened and the little reading nook in the corner.
I will go and I will take a look at the Nook.
Okay, Quoin.
I will take a look at the Nook.
Okay.
Take a
Alright.
look
It's
at
in
the
a
Nook.
Flesh house. All right, so this small area sits in an open space, and everything is soaked through by drool. The books have essentially turned into mulch, and the bookcases and the sofa seem to be partially absorbed by the flesh walls.
Do the books look to be about the thickness of a children's picture book?
You can't tell because they've been turned to mulch.
You're really pushing for this theory.
They've been turned to
Why
mulch.
would they have a crib in the master bedroom?
The books have essentially turned into mulch. So there's no way to tell what they were.
Okay.
Pyramid head. Anyways, yeah, that's the reading area.
If we hear the sound of a blade
Just
scraping
run.
across the ground, we're leaving. Yeah, I don't care what else is in here. I don't care how much gold,
Pyramid
money,
head
whatever.
is so sexy.
Two
My-
twins standing at the end of the doorway. I'm
Yep.
out.
Pyramid Head is my main in Dead by Daylight. Anyways, I can go on a whole tangent on why Pyramid Head shouldn't have been in the movies either.
Stone door.
Yeah, you got the remaining door.
Yep. Druck will go up to it, and see if it's got the neat booby trap that
It
the other
does.
one had. It does.
Yep.
He just looks at Ven.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for this again either. And when you hit this one, it sounds like a cooing noise.
Ugh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, oh.
Oh. No.
Does Arthur flinch or anything?
No,
in
he's
action?
just like he's like catatonic. Like he's gone, checked out. And the flesh is off the doorknob. As per usual, this room and its walls are coated in meat.
You don't say.
Strands of wet meat hang like curtains from the ceiling.
Disgusting.
On the western wall sits a latrine that appears to be overflowing with more meat.
All right.
So, what do you guys do? You think there's going to be a room that when we open it, it will be full of like candy and chocolate? You know, one of the rooms. Do you think
That would
it
be nice.
Yeah,
That would
that
be nice.
I would.
So, we know what his wife was eating. But what was he eating?
As he points to the latrine.
Mm.
Maybe he was just foraging.
We'll go with that. We're not gonna. For right now, I think it's best if we don't
They
ask
don't
these
wanna
questions
know.
for the sake of our own sanity.
But that is the third floor, basically, all looked over.
I'm gonna look over to Arthur as we're discussing this.
Yeah, he just looks like he's checked out. He's not even like making any
Convenient. Convenient, Arthur.
He's also he can't speak currently either because he's.
No, we will find more evidence to bring to Brunhilde, and we will make sure that justice is served.
Sure. Sounds good.
You had checked. You had seen most of the second floor.
Yes.
Truck. What do you think?
I was about to say, if you were curious and don't mind the occasional nightmare, you can have a look as well.
I don't like the way you described that.
It's very bad. Just,
What do you mean, nightmare? You mean like spooky ghosts and demons and or
allow me
I'm
to
sorry,
say
we've been in here
this.
we've been in this house for multiple hours and you need clarification on what manner of nightmares. Look at everything.
different strokes for different folks, then? I mean,
I don't think that's
I am not usually off-put by meat. I consider it food, and a surplus of food is always good. But this terrifies me.
You'd never go hungry again if you just, carve the house up, put it in the pack of preserving.
we're not getting
50 pounds at a time.
Yeah. Oh, we'll come back in about a month or two.
Just nothing but maggots. Though nutritious they are.
They're very nutritious, yeah.
Lots of protein in maggots.
Yep. So, yeah, what are you guys doing?
Drunk is gonna take them down to the second
Okay.
floor and then
Coin.
just allow them to open the doors.
Right,
if
when you
they
get to the
should
second floor,
choose.
Coin, you remember where that piece of meat was pulsating on the ceiling? It's now on the floor in the middle of the hallway, not moving. And it just looks like a scab that fell off the ceiling. Its host no longer having need for it. And it's about like the diameter of a football.
Is it still? Does it look like it's dried up?
It's
And
kind.
stopped
It looks like
moving?
it looks like it's kind of dried up and not moving. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. So what I'm saying is, does it look like a face hugger post?
No.
No. Okay. So it's not.
It looks.
doesn't-
It looks just like a piece of scab.
I'm asking, does it look like it has any fight left in it?
No.
Okay.
But there are 3 doors on
Yeah.
the wall. Fruit. And that's about it.
We had already seen Druck take a look at most of these, correct?
Yeah. I just heard myself. And it really tripped me out. Anyways, yeah, there are 3 doors, but things have been changing ever since that thing died. So who knows what's behind them now? Three doors.
That one had a big eyeball in it.
The first door at the end of the hallway. Opposite you had the eyeball.
Horrible.
So that's the one that Druck points at. The one near the stairs down to the first floor.
It looks into your soul.
Awful.
Yes.
Do you think we need to revisit these rooms a second time, Druck?
I don't.
I'm going to. I might have to agree with Druck. If there wasn't anything in them the first time,
The rooms were mostly filled with meat and stuff that you couldn't actually see into the room itself. So who knows?
You know, this reminds me of a butcher shop I was by once. It was in fact called Meat and Stuff, You know, I never asked a lot of questions because I didn't want to know what the stuff was.
Guess
You
what,
could
Justin?
see-
Now you have to have that butcher shop in the. Sorry.
No, the wheel of industry is always moving. You know, buildings come in, buildings leave. Businesses go. You know, what once was a butcher shop is now an arcade. You know, what once was a horse barn is now a glue factory. You know, things happen. You know, life moves on.
Wise.
What once was a school is now a chocolate farm. It's a farm where you harvest chocolate.
So are you just going down to the first floor, ignoring this floor?
Yeah.
I think first floor time. Yeah.
Yeah. After
Alrighty.
everybody did all that stuff, Druck's
Buy
gonna.
items. Okay, first floor.
Buy items.
You tricked us, Justin.
No, I didn't.
I
All right. You get down to the first floor. Everything is still slick with drool, but no longer dripping. There's a closet that's completely empty, and across from the closet is a sitting room that no one went into yet.
So,
Are these doors also covered in that?
There are no doors down here.
Oh, okay.
There's no closet door, and the door across the hall, there is no door in that doorway either.
Okay, cool.
So we go to the sitting room. Let us go and see if any place that they can sit is now, some
Sittable?
nearly indescribable horror.
There is a few drool-soaked chairs, a drool-soaked couch, a fireplace where drool pools out from down the chimney. There is a lone drool-soaked bookcase with a solitary book.
Is the title legible on the spine?
There isn't a title.
I'm gonna pull it off and try to.
The book
see
does
if-
not come off the shelf. However, the shelf grinds to the left and reveals a trapdoor into the basement. And it kind of grinds through the drool, so it's not a grinding noise, it's more of a...
Guys, I think I found something.
Everybody roll.
More of a squelch.
Yeah, it's a big loud squelch.
all right. Okay.
Druck will lead the way down into the basement.
Alright, as you open the drool-logged trapdoor, you can see down into the basement, which is flooded with a good 1.5 feet of drool. Dirt and other detritus skims the surface of the fluid. The basement appears to be the most humid area of the manor, and as you make your way down the steps, you see a chest that is completely submerged by drool, and on the wall adjacent to the chest appears to be an area that has been dug out, and then filled with pieces of the wall to kind of conceal something, it looks like. Chained to the walls, gagged with filthy rags, and nearly submerged, appear to be 3 members of the dwarf militia. The basement appears like it was being dug out and expanded, and is in an unfinished state. On a shelf next to the submerged chest, you can see a water-damaged leather journal.
Do the militia members seem alive still?
You'd have to get up and check.
I'm gonna get up and check them.
Yeah, I go over to
Medicine
check.
checks.
Yeah,
I
can I assist you then? Yeah, if it's
Yeah, I'll take that.
check it
advantage.
out.
So roll advantage.
If that's okay. So I'd help.
Yeah. Okay, medicine is a +5.
Ooh.
That's a natural 20 for a total of 27.
They are conscious. Well, not conscious, but they're unconscious, but they're alive.
Are they stable?
Yes.
Okay, sick. Can someone help me get these guys down? They're still alive, I'm pretty sure.
They're sitting,
I
on
can-
the, they're
Yes.
sitting on the floor. They're just chained to the wall and submerged almost in drool. Like up to their chins, basically.
We need to get these guys up to the first floor. They
Uh,
should be down
I start working on the chains.
Alright, I would need a strength check.
Can I unlock them?
Do you oh yeah, you do have thieves tools. Yeah, give me sleight of hand check.
here. Guidance.
With your thieves tools proficiency stiff.
Guidance is 4.
Plus a D4.
D4.
Okay, so
Don't think they'd be able to.
that is 25 all day.
You pick the manacles and chains around the 3 dwarves, and they're no longer chained up.
But they're stable, but they're not conscious, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Druck admires the dexterity that Quoin showed.
I also quickly put the thieves' tools away and kind of
Yeah.
keep my head down.
Hey, where'd you learn how to do that? As I start dragging one of the dwarfs.
If you're dragging them, they're going to be getting dragged. They're going to be submerged in drool.
I'm gonna try to like keep it so his head is up.
Okay.
Like drag him by the shoulder.
Okay.
Not by the ankle.
No.
And I put another one on my back.
Okay.
Their arms, and I try and drag so that the
That's going to
head.
be real hard for you, Quoin, because the dwarves are
Oh,
bigger than... Yeah.
Oh no, I mean, it's probably about chest deep.
But
So
dwarves,
I can-
dwarves are a little bigger than you, though.
I'm still gonna drag his head.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll drag
yeah.
him by the neck.
Okay.
and just-
Okay. Yeah, you'll say you can easily get all 3 dwarves up onto the first floor where they're not drowning in drool.
Hey,
Yeah, Kenna, you asked why I have, why I can unlock doors, is what you ask?
yeah. I mean, it's a useful skill. It's just I didn't expect it to be one of your skills.
Well, I wasn't born a chosen instrument of Bahamut. I wasn't born an instrument of Bahamut, and I had to survive. This was premeditated. This was not on accident. Every day I look in the mirror and I think, oh, what would Bahamut, how would I, please him today?
WWBD.
Right. That is what I think, But, yeah, so from time to time, I think what in this situation would help, and it is, sometimes, to serve the light, you have to use skills that are, not as brilliant as, or as, righteous as other skills you have learned.
In my opinion, gods give certain talents for a reason. And I think this might be one of the reasons that you have that specific talent.
Today, yes, we helped unchain 3 organ donors. Check their licenses, check and see if they had if they had agreed to this before. Check their cart licenses, and we will see if this was even something that they would have done.
Well, how long have you been following Bahamut?
Oh, I am, so carries the one. I have been a follower of Bahamut. I had started following Bahamut for 2 years and 2 months. I have been a follower of Bahamut.
I don't have a follow-up.
You great. How great.
And he looks at the chest. The
Goes
chest
back
that's
down.
in the
Goes back
room.
down and looks at the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not locked. Just floating, and it's kind of just submerged in drool.
Maybe we open it upstairs and not downstairs inside of the, because if you open it, it will flood
Yes.
And just to reiterate what's down here, in case people have forgotten, the wall appears to have been dug out, and there is a leather journal sitting on a shelf.
Maybe this journal is where maybe he keeps the poetry that he has written in this journal.
Maybe. Could also possibly be instructions for what is in the chest.
Mm-hmm. You know, I feel embarrassed about getting on my tippy toes. Would someone else want to grab the leather book
Yeah.
from the shelf?
Druck grabs it, opens it, has it at arm's distance,
Okay.
and then but
Would you
He's
like to
like-
add it to my carpet full of books?
he's like he's trying to. You see him squint at it, and then he just kind of hands it to Ven.
And this one has Arthur's name written on the cover.
Yeah, just add it in there. Just here, I'll just like open up the top so you can just put it in, and then I'll just
Okay.
tie it closed again.
Do we want to read it?
Perhaps we should do any material reading once we've left.
So be it.
I mean, we could do it now. That too. Is there a dry place to set down my carpet full of books in here?
The shelf.
Druck will like.
Oh, okay,
carry
yeah.
it
I'll
for you.
trade it. I'll
swap.
trade Druck, and then I'll open up the book that says Arthur's name on it and start reading through it.
10th of Tidelorn, 65 AT, so 3 years ago. I found this strange device while expanding the basement. It was buried, and seemed to pulse with an array of colors. I thought it would be worth a fortune, so I held onto it and waited until I could figure out what it was and how much it would be worth. 15th of Tidelorn, 65 AT. I laid out some traps for some rats in the basement, and when I came to remove them from the traps, the device whirred to life and reduced the dead rat into pure energy and absorbed said energy. I nearly shit myself, but within an hour or so, the device had produced an entirely new rat, which coalesced from that same energy. I might just keep this. Think of the coin I could make bringing back people's pets. 20th of Tidelorn, 65 AT. I've done more experiments with the rats that roam the property. The device seems to need organic tissue from a once living being, and it can replicate a new fresh being from that. Sometimes the new rats emerge as newborns, other times the rats emerge fully grown. I need to do more tests. 10th of Keltha, 65 AT. My wife, my beloved, passed away last night. I'm distraught. A part of me is curious about using the device to see if I can restore her. I can't afford the prices for resurrection from the temple in the capital. This is my best option. 16th of Keltha, 65 AT. I've taken my wife's ashes from the hearth in our sitting room and added them to the device, but there was no effect. 17th of Keltha, 65 AT. I experimented on another rat this evening. The new rat seems to retain memories of the previous rat. It seems wary of the traps and the device now. I think memories play an important part with this device. 18th of Keltha, 65 AT. I've collected pieces of the house that she may have touched in life. Maybe she left an imprint on something. I'm not entirely certain. The device did whir to life momentarily, but nothing came of it. I have one last theory, and I'll be damned to the hells for this, but I have to try. I miss her so much. 6th of Ziln, 66 AT. Before we started burning our dead, we buried them in a now decommissioned cemetery. It was hard finding the grave without any headstones, but I found our child. There wasn't much left, but I took what I could carry and fed it to the device. It began roaring to life and absorbing all of the materials I presented. I think I did it. 10th of Ziln, 66 AT. Something has been produced from the device, and it sounds like my wife, but it's some sort of fleshy mass. I can recognize my wife's eyes, but our child's are present too. I saved them both. She speaks to me, and I can speak to her. This is all I wanted. We can be a family again. 15th of Ziln, 66 AT. The house has started growing masses of flesh as well, and appears to be part of my family's subconscious and attached to them in some capacity. This is marvelous, but I need to protect them. I'll make the home look abandoned and condemned, and draft up legal documents to prevent anyone from setting foot on the property. I must protect my family. 17th of Ziln, 66 AT. I've buried the device in the wall in the basement. No one must learn of this device's extraordinary powers. 22nd of Ziln, 66 AT. My wife and child grow incredibly hungry. I've been using poison to paralyze vagrants and drag their unconscious bodies to my family for them to feed upon. They have an insatiable appetite and a fondness for livers. 35th of Ziln, 68 AT. So, last year. The vagrant population has vanished, and the militia seem pleased about this. I felt sorry for each of the vagrants when my family fed, and I think the militia will be my next target. If the militia aided in the homelessness of Bastille, this never would have happened. I would have targeted criminals and such. And that's the last entry. And I'll copy and paste all those after the stream.
Yeah, I'll finish reading and say, well, this was a tragedy driven by grief, but the most important thing for us to know right now is that the object that did this is still in the room somewhere. It's hidden in one of the walls.
And you can see one of the walls is dug out and is filled with debris, like something was hidden in the inside.
So his journal was more than just a bunch of birthdays.
Yes.
Hmm.
We should dig out that wall and carefully, though, and find somewhere to take this object safely to dispose of it.
Anybody have shovels?
You can look like you can easily just dig out the wall with your hands because the debris has just been kind of like shoved into the hole. So you can easily just go.
I'm gonna wild shape into a giant badger.
Okay. What's the size of a giant badger? If it's large, then you're touching the ceiling.
They're medium.
Okay, you're a giant badger.
Badgers are very good at digging.
They are.
They're gonna start digging out the wall with their giant badger claws.
Okay. That happens way quicker than it would have. Moving away the debris, you find an octahedron-shaped object made of black metal and roughly the size of a small bucket. Unlike the drawing, you do not see the brilliant display of colors nestled within, but you do see 8 jagged rings around the exterior of the object. Each ring has a language none of you recognize carved into it, along with a symbol. Ven. I need an Arcana check.
I can do that. Yeah. All right. Arcana.
Yep.
I'm going to be I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to take a look. If anyone would like to provide me any sort of guidance in this measure, I would appreciate it.
My wild shape as a bonus.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you're still wild shape. You're still wild shape. Okay.
No, drop it and cast guidance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I still have one more.
Okay. All right. Didn't actually. Okay. Dang. It's a 25.
25.
Thank you, guidance.
On each of the 8 rings is a symbol, and each of those symbols pertains to one of the 8 schools of magic.
Mm.
So in total, 8 rings, 8 schools of magic.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to guess. So looking at that, then.
Yeah.
I would guess that the only ring he touched was the transmutation one. Hmm. We still have. Oh, he's like out of it right now, right?
He's sort of just like, I don't care, and he can't talk.
Okay. I mean, but is he like lucid? Is he paying
Yeah, he's
attention? Conscious,
conscious,
not. Yeah. I'm gonna walk the thing over to him and kneel down in front of him with it so he can see it.
Dax has been carrying him,
Oh, he's
like,
up on the shoulder.
entire-
So I'll walk
kneel.
up. Yeah, so I'll hold it up in front of his face, and then I'll point to the transmutation ring.
Shakes his head.
When you used this thing, is he? What?
When you say when you point to the transmutation ring and say, okay, sorry, continue.
I was gonna say I hold it up to him and I point to the transmutation ring and I say, when you used this thing, is this the one you touched?
Shakes his head no.
Necromancy?
Shakes his head no.
I'm just gonna go through all of them
Shakes
and
his
see
head no
which.
the entire time.
He's probably not gonna talk to you, Ven.
Hmm.
He said so. Important part in one of the journals. I'll reread it. When I came to remove the dead rat from a trap, the device whirred to life and reduced the rat into pure energy and absorbed said energy. He didn't.
So when it was in the presence of a corpse,
just
just did it automatically.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
it seems like, and then later on when he used it with his wife, he had to actually touched material to the device, and that's when it absorbed the material.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think this is what we're looking for. If anyone else would like to further investigate down here, feel free. But if anyone would like to accompany me upstairs and outside, I'm going to find out more about what this thing is.
And Druck will just grab the chest and see if he can see how heavy it is.
It's a little. It's not that heavy.
Okay. He'll carry it up and out of there.
Okay. So you get outside.
Can someone help me with these militia members that are still in here?
I will help you drag them out.
All right. Quoin and I will drag out these dwarves.
All right.
Do you want me to go get the captain? Or
I think she should be here for this. I don't, regardless of if she's off work right now.
Does anybody have any?
Also, heads up, quick thing. Someone's Discord does keep pinging, and the stream audio keeps picking it up. So just a heads up. It's one of y'all.
He's got headphones. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
that's
can hear
like.
someone's Discord pinging.
I can hear it too. Yeah.
Same.
And mine doesn't make noises because I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna crack this thing open.
Okay, it's unlocked, so you can just easily just.
Careful, Druck.
It doesn't appear trapped.
We were in a residential house, so figures, whatever. Open it up. What do I see?
3 flasks of alchemist fire.
Oh, does it look like what was in the
Nope.
membrane? No.
2 vials of drow poison.
Does that look
Nope.
like what's in the Nope.
A blowgun with 1 poison-tipped blowgun needle. And a poisoner's kit.
Interesting.
This is a sort of incriminating evidence that only falls in your lap so often.
Proof.
But you guys are now outside now in front of the house.
Oh yeah. Once we get out in front of the house, I'm actually going to take the octahedron.
Yep.
And is there just like a like a stone path or something?
Yeah.
Out here, I'm just going to set it down on that. I'm going to start ritual casting Identify on it.
Let's be quick with this then. Identify does not work on it. It definitely appears like a magical object, but Identify cannot identify what it is.
Well, that is.
Meaning it's a very powerful artifact, most likely.
Okay.
It's like the spell, you're like virtually casting it, the spell doesn't even take.
So what have we got? Do we want to take what we have and present it all to the mercenaries?
Yeah, I think yes. The Brunhilde and whoever is on the militia will want to look over what we have found and also bring justice to our Sir Ayercroft.
Are the other dwarves, are they currently awake?
No, they're still stable but unconscious.
Okay, cool.
Do we want to show them everything?
He kind of looks at Ven, concentrating over that thing.
Well, this is a confusing and powerful magical artifact. I would say that this is beyond our pay grade.
So, Ven,
yes.
I'm going to give you a little bit of information that you would know.
Okay.
If you do want any information on this artifact, there are 2 places on the continent that can do it.
Mm-hmm.
There is the Ember Athenium in Anundil City, which lies in the Dreamweave district. It is a massive sort of arcane library of sorts. Only caveat to get in is the entry fee is a magic item of any rarity for anyone that wants to step in. So the entire group would need 1 magic item each to donate to the Athenium to get in. The other person is the headmaster of the Soulspire Academy, Calix Lorne. Your time there, you would know he's a collector of magical artifacts, especially strange ones. He would probably be able to identify what this is.
Okay.
And its capabilities. And if it's safe to keep in society.
Well, there's a few places we could try. One is back in Anundil City. They're in the Dreamweave district. Dreamweave, is that it? Yes.
That's
in the
a
Dreamweave
district.
district.
You can only enter if you have someone from the academy with you.
We could go into the Dreamweave district. There's a place there we could take it. Although the cost of entry is a magical item of each person, so that would be a steep price for us. The other person is the headmaster of the Soulspire Academy. Though we could also try getting in to the place in the Dreamweave district. If we tried getting in there, perhaps they would take this as interesting enough to waive the fee, though it's not guaranteed.
Worth noting, any magic item that's given to them is their property and does not come back to you.
Right. I'm just figuring, like, this is dangerous enough that, like, maybe if we're just like, oh yeah, oh, you're not going to let us in? Okay, I guess we'll just keep this dangerous artifact elsewhere.
And also, there's a chance, and also, like, Sven would know, there's a chance they might not know what it is, but there's a high chance that the headmaster would. Because he's a collector of, like, ancient lost artifacts.
The most likely is the headmaster. The headmaster of the academy would be the most likely to know what this is. Once we're back in town, I could send him a letter.
Why do we have to let anyone know that it even exists? It's clearly a dangerous artifact, and we are currently the only ones semi-conscious who know about it.
Based on what Ven said that the journal says, I do not want to die around it.
I'm not saying we keep it with us. I'm saying we return it from whence it came.
Just stick it back on the ground where anyone else could find it?
And Ven, based on a powerful artifact like this and how I've described that, how the Soulspire Academy keeps track of all magic use on the continent, because of how powerful this thing is, it most definitely puts out a ping even while you're holding it. So the school probably at this point already knows about it, its existence at this point.
I'll say, for the most likely, the Academy is already aware of its existence, given the network of scrying magic laced over the entire country. That also being said, if we just leave this somewhere and just place it back in the ground wherever it came from, that just leaves it for somebody else to find.
Druck, are you looking for something?
Right, magic.
Yes. And in case you are thinking about destroying it, such a thing is usually not an option for artifacts this powerful. They usually, if they can be destroyed, it usually requires a specific destruction requirement, from what I've read.
I just thought it was a possible option of keeping disingenuous hands from finding it again.
Right, which is why we should take it to the body responsible for regulating magic here, the Soulspire Academy.
Yes, we must do things according to the law.
They can't hear you.
Also, Ven, you'd also know that thing only picks up when people cast spells.
Yeah.
So
Or this
Druck's
thing
safe.
that's...
Yeah, so Druck is
I know.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Druck doesn't know
Yeah.
any of
Yeah.
that.
And it can't hear... The magic only detects the casting of spells.
Then,
Jack scratches their neck hearing that.
then how much do you really trust the Academy?
Why would I not trust them?
I mean, they're a bunch of super powerful people with huge access to lots of magic and magical items, and they use said magic to basically control everyone else who can cast magic.
Yes,
It doesn't put a very good light on them.
they do so for good reason. Magic is possibly incredibly dangerous. If the law against charm magic and dominating the minds of others is difficult to enforce if you can't detect the casting of such spells, the minds of the entire country are safe because of that law and its enforcement.
But there can also be miscommunications.
What do you mean?
I mean, like misinterpretations of reasoning behind certain spells, or even misidentifying the spell that was actually cast in the first place.
I don't see
Not
how
a
it would
foolproof system.
I don't see how it would misidentify spells unless they're spells not known to the Academy.
All I'm saying is never fully trust a large operation.
Well, I spent
Unless you can directly speak to every single person involved.
well, most of the people, or a fair number of the wizards working for the Soulspire Academy passed through my infirmary in one time or another, so I'd say I know them fairly well.
Damn.
Well, I mean, not the super old ones, but like at least
Yeah.
like
There's
anyone
there's
like
a fair few.
yeah. Like it's a good chunk. Worked there for I think it was like almost a decade.
Yeah, it's been a fair few.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're having this conversation, Druck usually, for like little snacks and stuff, he'll have like some dried meats and things like that. Not right now. He's gonna just start handing out apples
Yeah,
to
you got 13 apples.
Yeah, he's gonna hand apples to everyone while we're just kind of chewing our options, thinking we can chew some apples.
As you're standing here, you can see someone kind of running down this, because you're still in town technically. You can see someone running down the street, backpack on their shoulders, little red hat. They're like,
They running toward us?
yeah. And you can see they stop at like a mailbox nearby, open it up, put some letters in, close it.
Hello? Good evening?
Hello. What are you doing just standing outside? Near abandoned property. Are you criminals?
No, we were hired by the militia.
Oh, is any of you Dax?
Yes.
Cool. And hands you 2 letters. And then continues on
Thank you.
their mail route. The pigeons aren't doing so well, so there you go.
I appreciate this.
And I'll send you both your letters privately.
You-
Yay! I'm so excited.
I like the idea of like I'm just imagining that guy from Ocarina of Time that's just running around.
Yep, that's basically what it is. If the pigeons are taking too long, they send out the couriers.
Which in a world like this, couriers are
And also, it seems like
no joke.
And it also seems like there's a spell cast on him to keep him like freedom of movement and stuff like that, so he doesn't get caught up on anything.
Nice.
There's both your letters.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
One is you can see when he hands the letters over. All of you can see though. One of them is there's like a band that looks like the head of an illithid on one of them.
Hmm.
And illithids are very well known to be. There is a continent. There's a place of nice illithids. So it's not all that people don't like. Oh, we got illithid. Yeah, Dax, 2 letters.
Dax is gonna wait to read them until like they're settled in for the night.
Okay.
She just puts them in her pack.
The dwarves are still unconscious on the ground.
Dax has friends outside of this group.
Yeah.
Do you not?
There's the dwarves leaning up against the picket fence, kind of unconscious, and Arthur is still kind of just out of it. And at this point, it's like getting to like 9 p.m.
We should take this stuff back into town. Get these guys back home and to a healer.
Find the jail.
Alright. Is there like a town map?
Nope.
Or like signposts directing the way to anything?
Yeah, says in this way.
Perhaps our employer, is that what she is? And perhaps she'd be willing to hear from us and take a break from her usual lack of talking about work while at the inn for this case being done.
I mean, it's still technically talking about work, but if you can convince her otherwise, then go for it.
Also, ignore me pinging you guys randomly on Discord. I want to see who it is who's making the noise.
Oh.
Okay?
You said randomly paying us and like
Pinging.
Yes, everybody fly.
Okay, there's one person left. Who is it?
it might have been addressed.
Okay, don't hear anything.
Yeah, we're good.
But when it... Weird. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can easily like look around. Bastille isn't huge. And one of the only buildings that aren't producing like steam from machinery would be the inn and the guardhouse. And people's houses. But it's not hard to find the inn or the guardhouse. And if you remember, Brihilda said she was going to the tavern to get shit-faced after work. So,
Food.
Will she be in a decent enough state of mind to even I don't know, focus on what we're bringing? Or should we just give...
She should be able to direct us to someone that would be able to assist us in any capacity if she is incapacitated. There should be some sort of chain of command she would be able to guide us towards.
Would certainly hope, otherwise this town becomes defenseless after sundown.
Alright, well, to the inn.
it also
or-
takes a lot to get a dwarf drunk. So
True.
True.
Unless you're Lord of the Rings.
unless you're
still
Gimli.
bitter.
Yep.
Still bitter about that. Let him have it. Let him have one thing. Come on. Ridiculous.
I feel something, a slight tingle in my fingers. Yeah. Bumming out
Listen to
too.
Mary Sue.
Yep. Anyways,
Elves don't have good constitution.
especially Legolas. Anyways, you making your way to the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've added the little spherical thing from that guy's mouth. I've added it to my inventory as questionable gusher.
Makes sense. But yeah, you can find the inn. It is called the Cotton Road.
Does it sound like there are intoxicated dwarves partying inside?
No. It sounds like dwarves respectfully drinking inside. Doing ha ha ha.
Okay.
Just in silence, staring at each other.
And
Hey, it's the
there's like laugh. There's not like drunken debauchery. It's just you hear the occasional laugh and
Yeah, I imagine the tone of the town isn't like
it's a dwarf and gnome town.
super gleeful, as there have been roughly
multiple murders.
3 straight weeks of nightly murder.
So, yeah. Yep.
It's like wharf good tea.
So it doesn't sound like
Nice
it doesn't
house.
sound like there's any like parties going on. It just sounds like people are drinking and trying to have a good time.
It's got the tone of a dockside bar after shift.
Yep.
What was the inn called?
The Cotton Road.
They're dwarves like getting ready to go into their night shift, cracking eggs into beers and then chugging them.
You make a joke about it, but that's on the menu.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, no joke.
Oh,
I watched
so
The
re-
Wire.
A real whiskey sour then.
Ugh. Yeah, do you guys go in? Do you go in?
Yeah. I imagine we're making a pretty big scene, carrying like a big chest.
Yeah.
3 guards.
Yeah.
Another dude
So,
tied up.
Yeah, you walk in. It's a simple wooden sort of shack with shuttered windows. The floor is cobblestone with a couple pieces of straw over it, and straw mats. And you can see at one table in the far corner some dwarves arm wrestling. And behind the counter is a dwarf who looks like half of his nose is missing, like it's been blown off. And his left ear also looks like it's missing, but he's got a hearing horn. He's holding up a hearing horn to it. He's like, "Oh, no guests!"
Yeah, we're
And he sees the militia. Brunhilde! And Brunhilde stands up from the counter, turns around and goes, "Hello."
we found these 3 in the Irecraft
Southern.
estate.
Oh, great. Here, bring him over here. Set him at the table, at the counter.
We bring him over.
She pulls up 3 fingers to the barkeep. He fills up 3 big flagons of ale and just splashes them in the face with it. And they go, oh, there. And they're like, oh. And they, yeah, we'll have this, and this. Like, not even phased. Just, yeah, we'll have some of this. Now, anything else? She sees the tied up person. Anything else?
Yeah, this is Arthur Irecraft.
She stands up on her stool, one hands Arthur off of Dax's shoulder, and just lifts him up. So it is. And just drops him on the floor with a thud. Poof. Was he the one doing it?
He was a definitive accomplice.
You got evidence? Aside from just bringing him in here?
Druck brings over the chest with the poison and the means of poisoning.
She takes the chest, puts it on the counter.
And then he looks to Ven.
And I have his journal here.
May I see it?
Of course, here. I've also got this. I also have a sack of other journals that he had in his library, though I think the writing potentially is hidden by magical means.
Oh, great. Enid, help them out. And she gestures to one of the dwarves in the corner. Go speak to him with the books.
All right.
And she starts looking through the journal. This is evidence. She puts it in the chest. Any other evidence?
Yes. I'll hold up the octahedron.
She looks at it. I don't know what that is. Enid, bring it to Enid too.
All right. Before we do, I just wanted to. We also don't know what it is, but according to his journal, it liquefies corpses and painted the inside of his house with living meat.
That's beyond my pay grade.
I'm.
Have you heard of the Soulspire Academy?
Yes, I work there.
Oh, the headmaster could probably look into it.
That's
I heard
what
he
I
has an affinity with arcane and artifacts and stuff. Enid is also sort of like that, but Enid's just a wizard.
All right. Well, we'll take a look. Enid, you said?
Yeah, Enet.
Okay.
They could help with this.
Holds up the gusher.
Oh, I know what that is.
What's this?
They're used among our militiamen if they get into situations where they're heavily injured with no hope of survival. It's called a suicide pill. Not a suicide pill. It's called a. What's it called? Hold on.
A forever nap.
It's called a forever nap. It's a type of poison that when you ingest it, you take a lot of poison damage. Basically,
A grim, otherwise known as a grim gusher.
9d6 poison damage, basically. So if someone would have tasted that, that'd probably been your character's dead. Bye.
A grim gusher.
It's a type of
I've
poison.
renamed it to grim gusher.
It's a type of poison that we would use, that the militia uses if we get into uncompromising situations, like if we're captured for intel. Not as much of a problem anymore because of how the Queen has been ruling things. But in war times, before the Queen took power, this was a thing common amongst spies, to ingest it if you didn't want your secrets getting out. But also, a lot of people use it if they're injured heavily and they don't want to be in pain anymore.
Did you say that was 96?
9d6 poison damage.
Could we just like puncture it and just squeeze it into somebody's drink?
Yep. Then they would need to make a con save of DC 17, or they take 9d6 poison damage.
Or if you're good at your jump shot, you know.
we're fighting a. Oh man, if we're ever fighting something that had swallow whole, just hold in your hand, just shove your hand in their mouth.
The thing about this poison is, back in the old days, spies could just be resurrected, and give us all your memories. This type of poison liquefies all internal organs, making resurrection, at least basic level resurrection, impossible. So yeah, if Dax had taken a taste, yeah, would have been bad times for Dax.
Time to play Thranazar, baby!
Would have been new character time. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, they're like, yeah, that's what those are. That's what those are used for. Why?
He tried to ingest one.
Well, that's after you caught him.
Yes.
Well, that's sort of. Yeah, that's a lot of proof right there, actually.
Druck stopped him.
Well, looks at the journal. This is proof enough, I guess, and everything else. I'll send some militia individuals to look over the house and try to scrap anything that it wasn't found, and yeah.
I suggest sending those with a tolerance. If they are squeamish, I would not recommend.
Fair enough. Oh man, stupid gifts. Fair enough. And she's, this is for you all. And she puts I'll contact. Give me the contract. I believe you have a contract.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah, sorry.
And she signs it. Take this to one of the Wayfarers Guild branches, and they can pay you.
All right.
And come morning, I guess we'll explore the house.
You'll want to bring your fishing vators. You strap up your big, and rubber boots. You'll want your rubber boots.
Okay.
It's gross.
Enid, help them with the journals they're asking about. And,
Yes. Hello, Enid.
and you see a dwarf with a narrow face, gray hair, light blue eyes, banded mail, bastard sword and short bow. And he goes, "Hi, I'm Enid.
Hello.
Who are you?"
My name is
Academy.
Ven. Yes, probably knows. Yeah, I've got the cloak on.
You notice they have one as well.
Oh, okay.
Theirs is
Same-
orange.
Oh, okay. Oh, how's Tarask?
Yes.
Oh, I'll get
How's
right
Phoenix?
to the point. Correct, yes. I'll get right to the point. We were investigating the liver thief in town,
Oh.
and we've found out who it was, and I'll lay out the 15 journals on the table. We found these journals in his house, but
You can't read?
unfortunately, yes, they're they're blank on the inside.
Oh. Flips it open. Takes out a vial. Kind of oozes a little bit out on the page and like rubs the page with it. No invisible ink.
I didn't know if it could potentially be magical in nature, though I didn't try identifying.
And then you see them pull out a wand. That's weird looking. The end of the wand is something like tied to the base of at the tip of the wand. It looks like a kind of old biscuit. Waves the wand. And you can see like magic kind of permeate the book and float through it. Don't detect any magic.
All right then.
They're just weird and blank.
I suppose so. The other thing was, and I'll pull out the octahedron.
Whoa.
Indeed.
Cast Identify. Huh!
As soon as I see him, I was like, you're not going to find anything.
Right. Let me try something else. There's another
Alright.
spell that I can use. I can ascertain stuff like this. He's just like digging through his robes for like spell components. Alright. Pulls out some incense and 4 ivory strips.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what spell he's casting at, like
Yeah.
with the components?
Yep.
21.
Legend lore.
Ooh, that's a high level spell.
Sets them all out.
He could have fucking gone in there and taken care. Oh, that's right, but he's from the town.
Yep. Ubi Gwixabupapata. And the biscuit kind of lets out the smell of like fresh baked cookies from the wand. The incense and ivory strip. The incense is consumed. The ivory strips are not.
Does he look like the Cookie Crisp wizard?
Sure.
If he has a wand with a cookie at the end of it, he probably looks like the Cookie Crisp wizard.
Sure. There's your fan cannon. Oh. That spell doesn't work either.
Interesting.
It picked up a name and that's it. Nothing else.
What name did it pick up?
Well, it picked up it picked up the name Loom.
Could you spell that?
Loom.
Loom, like a.
That's all it would tell me.
Well, all right. Do you know if that's what it's called or if anything
That's
like
maybe
that?
what it's called.
Okay. I'm just going to put it in my inventory as octahedron.
I think the headmaster might know.
I'm going
If you
to.
let him know you have a powerful artifact that can't be identified, he'd probably be like, "I must see it."
That was what I was thinking.
Like, he might get rid of all of his other meetings and just want to know what this is. I want to know what this is.
Well, I'll make sure to write you a letter once I find out.
And I can't read this language as well. You think it's pointing to the language that's on the rings it's carved into as well? No language I recognize. You?
I don't think so. I didn't know.
No, no one did. Well, this is cool. Where'd you find it?
It was involved in the liver thieving activities.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And he like waves his wand, conjures a cup of tea. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you for letting me play with that.
You're very welcome. Yeah, I'll walk back over and say, well, these books appear to be blank. I turn to the guard captain. If you'd like to keep them as evidence, I can't find anything else about them, so.
All right. And she holds out her arms for all the books.
I'll just stack them up on the
She
table.
looks at the spines.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. Each of the spines has the name of one of the deceased written on it.
Oh.
And
Perhaps,
then
yes.
I need, based on what you just said, you can give me insight, medicine. What would be a good one for this one? Insight, medicine. I'll say insight or medicine. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with medicine. I'm trained in that one.
Okay.
Would I be able to give guidance
Yep.
in this scenario?
Yep.
Great. Guidance.
Cool. Thank you.
Just like a pat on the shoulder.
Okay.
Dang, I'm rolling good tonight. 16. A flirty 20.
A lot of book covers are made with leather,
Mm,
and to get leather, you need to draw its tan flesh, skin.
oh dear.
What?
I think these may be made from the deceased.
But they weren't missing any flesh. Would you say this device did? She's like flipping through the
Oh.
journal again.
It produced, yeah, it because it produced duplicate bodies, right?
Of the destroyed bodies, yeah.
Of the destroyed bodies, yeah.
But there are no, you can't, yeah, she's like, okay, that's interesting. That's weird.
It's possible that, why would he destroy the body? Why after removing the livers, would he destroy the bodies?
But we were finding
Just
bodies
to-
on the property. Well, we could probably just table that.
Well, maybe he'll start talking at some point. You can find out.
We probably won't be questioning him too much.
I'm gonna go find us some rooms for the night because I'm exhausted.
I would like a bath.
There's a bathhouse in town. It's closed for the evening, though.
Chuck just
Each
looks
room
at,
has
like-
each room has a big bath, though. So, but people usually come here to go to our hot spring bath. But again, it also hasn't been open for a few weeks because of the scares and everything. But yeah, each room, from what I'm aware, has a bath to wash up. Now, if you excuse me, I have to deal with a criminal. And she just picks up Arthur and all the evidence and looks at the three militia guys who are drinking. I'll let them enjoy the evening, and then she walks out.
Hey, innkeeper, can I?
Yep.
Can I reserve?
Adjust the hearing horn. Yep.
How many beds to a room, if I may ask?
One.
So I need, Druk, are you good sleeping in and in? You want a bath?
Yes.
Alright, I guess we'll take 6 rooms then? Or 5 rooms, there's 5 of us.
Okay. 5 silver each.
I'll cover them. Give them, hand over 2 gold, 5 silver. And just cover all the rooms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. He hands everyone a key. Enjoy. Ignore the rats.
I'm sorry, what?
We have a rat problem in the city. It's been amping up over the last couple of years. There's more and more rats coming out of nowhere. And if you think back on the journal that Ven read, it makes a little sense.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Sorry to retire early, but I need to get this out of my fur.
And
Yeah, I'll join you upstairs. I mean, like, in different rooms, but, like, I'll head up with you.
and he'll make his way up there and
Yeah.
find the room that matches his key, and then
All right.
try to take a bath.
Yeah, the rooms are one single bed, window, and a separate little off room where there's a huge circular wooden wash basin, Witcher style. You can just kind of.
Are there any combs?
No.
Shit.
Towels and oils and.
To get scrape some of that goo off.
Gotta lather everything real good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what he's doing.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Kenna just immediately plops down on their bed after locking the door
Okay.
and pisses out.
Oh, Ven will, before everyone goes into their rooms, Ven will say, Ven's laundry service is available as always, if you'd like to drop anything off in my room.
So, I guess Druck tries to find his room, and because he just wears the same thing every day, he's having to just strip naked in the hallway, put it in front of his door, and then heads back to his room.
Oh boy, all right, okay.
Anybody else doing anything?
Dax would have headed to their room and opened the letters at this point, and
Okay.
then started to read first through the one from her parents,
Okay.
and just kind of like internally just like, that does sound like Mother wrote that. No, actually, no, that might be Father instead. And just reading through it.
None of them.
Dun, dun, dun. And then she puts that one to the side, and she carefully takes the illithid banded one, opens it up.
As you open it, this one you can read, but it also is telepathic.
Is it written in Undercommon, or is it written in the illithid language?
It's written.
That
It's written. It's written in Undercommon.
As they start like going through it, they're just kind of like towards the end, like, interesting. Okay. And they pull out some paper and a quill, and they start writing replies to her parents and to Thranazart.
All right. Anybody else doing anything?
Laundry time.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing. Just hanging stuff up, taking armor off, trying to clean it myself,
Okay.
make sure it doesn't rust.
Pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
With the wash basin there and all the the oils and stuff. All right. Everyone gets the benefits of a long rest. However,
Nice. Ooh.
everyone gets the benefits of a long rest. For those of you keeping track, it is Thulden, the 9th of Bluden. Y'all have known each other for 12 days.
How about that?
Yep. Ven,
Mm-hmm.
when you wake up... No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, you all get the benefits of a long rest. Wake up in your rooms. It's about 6 a.m. The sunlight streaming through each of your windows. Everyone is fresh, clean. In your own separate rooms.
I've delivered everyone's laundry in the morning. So Drux.
Yeah, Druck will open the door. Oh, sends a claw out, grabs, drags in, closes the door.
Okay.
Gets dressed.
Cool.
Just quick question. Does Ven still look like Ben?
Yeah, probably. Unless they took
Okay.
a bath.
Oh no, because we traveled for a few days to get over here.
Yeah.
I would have taken it off after like the first day of
Also,
travel.
that disguise would have been gross.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
just for clarification's sake.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. After like the first day of travel, it was like we would have probably taken it off carefully and like set it up somewhere so it can be easily reapplied. Like
Yeah.
figured out the blend, the right blend of face paint, and kept that somewhere, and like the goggles and everything.
Oh, if you think there's not like a labeling kit in the fanny pack disguise kit, like there's some sort of like now there's a small stencil of like Ben Foundation and like put like the liquid latex beard or whatever we had into like some sort of saran wrap and then rolled it up like a scroll so that goes in there nice. Like the hardest thing would be because we dyed your hair. I was gonna say, or did we wig you? I don't think we wigged you.
No,
Having-
we dyed
having-
it. We dyed it.
Yeah, because I was having a wig kit would be.
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
have to have a whole like armoire on your backpack just to make sure you had room for the right kinds of wigs you needed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this has been my quick segment called Wig Work.
So yeah, you all wake up. You can smell the smell of breakfast being cooked downstairs. You can hear people chattering downstairs, having a good time. And then you all overhear the word block axe headsman. And you can hear
Whoa.
people just filing out of the tavern.
You hear them say block axe headman?
Yeah, like headsman.
Block axe headsman.
Yep. And then the talking has stopped, and you can hear everyone downstairs in the common room of the tavern leaving.
Do we hear any word from a town crier or anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out into the hallway to see if anyone else is.
Yeah, there's a halfling man kind of pushing past.
Yeah, Brooke's out
it-
there.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what's up?
What's happening outside now?
They found the liver thief, so they're executing him this morning. Said there was enough evidence to justify it, so that's what's happening.
That's what I thought.
And
Thank you.
people don't want to live in fear anymore, so we're there to verify it. And then he moves past.
I'm gonna stick inside the inn, but like watch from a window.
Okay. It's being set up in the town square. So as soon as you like look out your bedroom window, you can see the town square, and where a makeshift like executioner's block has been set up.
Okay.
So, we want to eat. Where are we going next?
Did you had you mentioned that there was a branch of the Wayfarers Guild here in?
Right. Yes.
That's how you guys get paid. Yeah.
So we should go there and see if they have, if there's an easy, maybe along the way to the mountain to get the platinum, if there is a mission that is on the way.
This one on the other side of the mountain.
If those were the missions that had been reported in the other city, if you had told me correctly, maybe they have different missions here.
Someone was told that all Wayfarers guilds share the same missions.
Cool.
They handle contracts.
Dope.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just so I don't have to like make 900 different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because each mission was like spans the entire continent. So,
Mm-hmm.
or each, yeah, they're all over the place.
Yep.
Right. So, yes, that is a good idea. Should we do that now?
He says eating breakfast.
Yep. Breakfast is roasted sausages and carrots.
Pretty good.
And then the innkeeper's like, "Okay, I'm closing. I have to go watch this."
Before you go, is there a place to send letters?
There's the. I mean, you just have to find a courier.
Thank you.
Also, the Wayfarers Guild sometimes handles that kind of stuff for a fee. Packs up his ear horn. Okay, come on.
Right. Do any of you care about the execution?
No, I prefer not to make death a spectator sport.
I agree with you, Ben, on that front.
As long as we know that Bahamut's justice is done, then I don't think we need to ogle someone as they are, receiving it.
From what I've seen, it is sometimes good for an otherwise uneventful populace to get a glimpse of mortality. But we've seen enough of that, I would say. What about you, Dax?
I'd rather we get going, personally.
All right. I think it's this way.
And he'll just start walking.
Okay, you can easily find the Wayfarers Guild branch.
Is it open now, or are they also
It's
all
open 24/7.
sick? Is there like some poor soul who's just been left up behind?
It's like,
The
I don't
fucking
get to watch the
McDonald's of the
execution?
fantasy world!
Oh gosh, I wanted to see the execution.
You walk in, and there's a dark-skinned dwarf, neon pink beard and mohawk, very colorful clothes, golden monocle. Hello.
Hi, morning. We came to collect payment on the liver thief job.
You got a signed contract by the person who issued said contract?
Yeah, oh, what's his... I wrote his name. Yeah, also Bill says hi. He was the one who gave it to us.
Don't know who that is.
You don't know Bill? He's such a nice guy.
We don't know everyone from the Wayfarers Guild. We only know the leader of the head branch.
You guys should, like, start a pen pal program or something.
Nah.
Alright.
We get too many letters as it is a day. So you got that
Would you-
contract?
Yeah, we did.
Looks at Dax. Were you saying something?
You mentioned letters. Would you be able to send 2 out for me?
5 silver per letter, yeah. Takes the contract from Quoin. Do you have your
And then-
letters?
I do, and she hands 2
Okay.
letters over.
He takes them, opens up his palm, and the letters kind of levitate in the air for a second, and they disappear.
It is a lovely trick.
Thank you.
That is worth more
Spell
than
of my own design.
And she gives him his 10 silver.
Thank you. That makes up for the spell components I just used. Looks at the contract. It's been signed. Takes the contract, burns it, and plops the coin purse on the counter. The payout, 90 gold pieces.
Thank you very much.
And what was your name?
Emerson Stone. Is a dwarf. Covered in piercings, monocle, nose stud, eyebrow piercings, ear piercings, pink beard, and mohawk.
So that's 18 gold each, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
Can I do anything else for you?
Did we want to pick up another job while we were here, or?
We are heading to.
I'm trying to get the map up.
We
Yeah,
are
heading to the Toragar.
Taragahar.
Yep.
Taragharar.
Harar.
Yeah, it's Rogharar.
The Taragharar
Oh,
Mountain.
we only got one contract in that area. You know, our contracts generally change out every 2 weeks, so we still haven't gotten any new contracts in. So, if you're looking for a contract that's on the way, it'd be one in Larm in the Pharaoh Swamps, which is east of the Taragahar Mountains. Basically, the water source in Larm has been contaminated and people's insides have been melting upon consuming said contaminated water source.
Oh dear.
The well has been contaminated apparently. Payout's
That's-
90 gold because this is a beginner contract, so it's 90 gold pieces for the payout.
That sounds really bad.
Have they thought about, maybe not drinking that water?
It's kind of hard because it's the only water they have in the area.
Have they tried boiling it?
Boiling it does not. I don't have all the answers.
I'm just trying to cover my bases,
I
man.
imagine
If it's
they're
as
not.
simple as
I
bo-
imagine they're not stupid.
All right. I'm sorry.
But also, I just hand out contracts. I don't get it if I don't ask them. People bring in contracts for all sorts of things. One contract we had a couple months ago, my wife isn't being as pleased by me, so any.
Oh dear.
We jokingly called that contract something else, but
What do they call it? Cucks for bucks? Is what happened.
we called it a contract. But
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
All right. All right. There it is. Good.
There we go.
Good. We've thoroughly.
but
We got Woombas and Cuck Tracks. That's the fucking
Does-
episode title.
nah.
No.
Does no. Are you interested in this contract?
So everyone, it would take us however long it would take us to get from Giant's Cradle to the mountains. That's how long it might take to get from the mountains to Larm.
Correct.
So that's a bit out of our way.
That's the only contract in the area.
Yes.
The other contracts are in Redbrook, which is out of your way, and the other contract is in Varanmore, which is very much out of your way.
I mean, are we okay with finishing what we've already got on our plate and then picking something up afterwards?
Well, I don't know. It does sound like the people in Larm could use.
Yeah.
Do any of you know how to cleanse a water source?
I could try it. I don't know if
I will
What
mention the only
air-
information I have when they gave me the contract is they had someone come in to try to cleanse the water, but nothing happened.
I'm not sure what I can prepare will pack a
Yes.
large enough punch.
I'm not sure what our group can do that might help poison the water.
Well, neither do I.
Strange.
And it's just been contaminated. I don't know if it's poisoned or not.
Or contaminated.
Could be contaminated by all sorts of things, but who knows? I'm just giving the basic details.
So what does everyone think worth getting, swinging by? Perhaps exploring. I don't believe I've actually been to the Pharaoh Swamps.
It's pretty close to where I've been the last few years. It's like, it's like on the way.
Do we want to see? I am curious what these swamps are like.
Well, if you need information about Larm, I got it. It's a town that's sinking into the bog. New building disappears beneath the bog on a yearly basis. The people who live there have done their best to keep the buildings and homes afloat on the bog by a variety of means, but something always seems to be pulling them down. A few weeks ago, the leader of Lorm was actually pulled below, so currently the settlement's leaderless.
Who created the contract?
The people of Larm.
Oh, okay. So, Quoin, what do you think? Should we take it?
Well, the only thing I can think is that do we want to? Are we going to be doing the best that we can for the people who we are trying to help, or are we taking it because we are looking? Does it specifically?
Each contract does have a 2-week time frame to be completed, though. Otherwise, the contracts do get thrown out.
Are we the right a team for this mission?
That's why I'm asking all of you. I don't have any means to decontaminate anything, so...
I mean, if we can figure out the source of the corruption, that might be easier than just trying to magic our way around the problem.
And if we are going there, since we saw the original contracts, it was.
I will let you know. From here, Larm's about 320 miles. So to get there if you started today, it'd take you about 13 days to get there.
Time is not on our side for this one.
Yeah, we'd have to skip everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because contracts, they have a cancel out point after 2 weeks, where they have to be reinstated.
And we also, that if we don't, we wouldn't be able to get to this contract in time.
Well, unfortunately, these are the only ones we got currently for
beginner
members of our guild.
Does this time also include the time from when the contract was originally presented?
No, upon pickup.
Is there?
But again, this could get. You're not the only adventurers that exist out here, so someone else can definitely just come along and scoop it up and solve it.
Is
like,
there
for
a
example, one of our jobs that we've been having troubles with for a couple months just got dealt with, so. What were you saying? Asking?
Well, we could wait and not pick it up here, but instead pick it up in Belgrove, and that would save us a few days worth of time. At the very least.
I will say, we don't have any intel of anyone picking up this contract yet. We generally have information when people have a contract on the go. This one does not. For example, we have like 3 different parties trying to do the missing doll maker, and 2 parties trying to do the contract we call Screams in the Old Church.
Is anyone working on the corrupted water source?
Nope. Nope.
Then I'd say odds are in our favor that it may still be available when we get to Belgrove, since we are headed that direction.
Yes.
I'm not saying that we don't take it. I'm saying we wait to pick it up.
Well, that's fair.
Well, Belgrove to Larm is 8 days, roughly 210 miles.
That gives us some extra time to spend in the Tarakar Mountains if we need it. And a few extra days to actually spend in Larm if we need to do further investigating.
Could I also ask you a question?
It depends. If
Emerson?
I have an answer.
Is this Emerson? This was
Yeah,
Emerson?
Emerson.
So do you have any carts, or do you have any horses or
You'd have
ponies?
to go to the stables for those.
Oh, so there's a stables. Okay, that sounds like that would be the next best place for us to go once we've made decisions here.
Sure. Now, we are a dwarf settlement, so a lot of our ponies kind of looks at drunken dacks are meant for smaller folk, as are our carts.
All right. Well, thank you. Shall we hit the road then?
Oh, before we go, actually, could I send a letter with you?
Of course.
I'm gonna write one up really quick. I can send it to you on Discord in more detail later, but basically just to the headmaster describing the octahedron, just like, this is a thing I found.
Okay.
It's dangerous and I shouldn't have it, basically.
Okay.
But before I'm gonna write it, but before I send it, I'm gonna turn to the group. I'm gonna say, all right, I understand there is some trepidation, but this is a letter that I've written to the headmaster of the academy. I think that this object is safest in the hands of the academy and its headmaster. Kenna, you raised points that you felt you were uncomfortable with them having something so powerful, but you also raised the point that they already have a myriad of powerful artifacts, so regardless of their intentions, this compared to the amount of power they already have, this is a drop in the bucket, and personally I believe in their intentions.
Well then, I'll just say this. I trust you, and if you trust the Soulspire Academy, then I'll trust them for now.
All right, I appreciate that. And I'll hand him the letter.
5 silver.
All right, to the headmaster of the Soulspire Academy, please.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, these letters are delivered instantaneously.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. It's good for pranks.
I would imagine.
Anything else?
Hoping he's not in a compromised position.
Take a look around. Anybody?
We all good?
Yeah, the sooner we head out, the sooner we can get to Larm.
Good luck.
Oh, if you're still having problems with all of the rats, it is sometimes good to introduce an apex predator into, you know, the environment.
That's a good idea. He walks outside for a second. Rolls up his sleeves.
Okay, I was thinking more of like, you know, domestic, rather feral house cats, but you know, it seems like he's going to become some sort of a rat basher of sorts.
You see him mutter some words, and he conjures like 6 ferrets. Conjure woodland beings.
Nice.
And the ferrets just... Seriously though, anything else? Alright. I got work to do. He goes back into the building.
Good luck with that, Emerson.
Thanks.
Alright, did any of you want to get anything else done before we leave town?
Should we even attempt the stables?
If we will, if it looks like we're pulling a Great Dane in a radio flyer, if we have you guys in the wagon, because the wagon would be too small for your bodies. Is that what you're worried about?
Quoin, is a radio flyer some sort of vessel for Bahamut?
No, it is a child's small red wagon. Some keep toys in there, some roll down a hill at great speeds and try and use the small handle as a steering mechanism.
I've seen other kids use them as mobile sandboxes.
They're almost always associated with scraped knees and busted fingers and toes.
Well, so, are we ready to travel then?
I think we are.
So we will go to the stables. The stables.
Okay. You can usually find the stables. They're like right beside the tavern.
Cool.
This-
And how small do those things look?
Well, you have to talk to people first.
Oh, we can't just see the.
No.
Oh. it's a fold out. It's just that small.
But there's a dwarf currently shoveling shit, and it's like, oh, big folk. And he sees Quoin. Oh, maybe not. Can I help you?
Do you want your largest ponies?
No ponies, only boars. He gestures to a pin that has boars, medium-sized creatures.
So only Quoin can ride them.
Yeah, only Quoin could mount a boar. Yeah. We've been using our ponies for meat lately.
And not vice versa?
No, boars are very trustworthy animals. They can defend themselves. Ponies can't.
That's so dwarven.
You have a point, sir.
Each boar is 50 gold. They're award-winning boars. He looks at everybody else. Only one of you could probably ride one.
I look to Quoin. Do you have your heart set on riding a boar all the way to the mountains?
No, it would be dishonorable to ride an animal when everyone else had to, use the haunches that Bahamut, blessed them with. So they would have. So I wouldn't want to. We are a team, and if we are going to beat feet, we are going to beat feet together.
If you're that interested in mounts and animals, Giant's Cradle. They do wolves.
Like giant wolves?
No. Wolves
Just-
that people can ride and pull wagons.
Hmm.
Very expensive.
We recently just solved one of their wolf problems.
Okay.
So, interesting. Let's find out what that means.
They're just domesticated wolves. Basically bred from wolves and dogs. So they're dogs.
Yeah, they probably haven't.
You haven't heard of a wolfhound? That's what it is.
Ah,
Yeah.
see.
All right, everyone. We have a lot of ground to cover, so we should get going.
Don't forget, if you buy mounts, you need bits, bridles, saddles, saddlebags,
So, but
all
So-
the accessories to successfully mount an animal.
so would that be included in the 50 gold for this boar?
No,
So then the total ticket price of a boar would be something more in the neighborhood of 100 gold.
depends
or
what kind of saddle you're looking for. Exotic saddles go for 40 gold pieces. Those are usually put on aquatic and flying mounts.
So
Riding
Then-
saddles are about 10 gold pieces. And then all the bridles you have to buy. Bit and bridles, 2 gold pieces. Saddlebags, 4 gold pieces.
I really feel like we are being coppered and silvered to death.
No, I'm
here.
just telling you what's in the player's handbook for equipment and how much they cost. My boars are exceptional animals, so they're worth 50 gold pieces.
Look, and
I
and
love
he
them
goes
like
up.
my own children.
Coin goes over and rubs one in, and they are for sure, they are beautiful animals that deserve respect. I've just, you had said 50 gold, and I thought that was, a flat rate. Now I'm understanding, the meaning of, of a small print.
So in total, you'd be looking at 85 gold per animal for the bits and bridles and saddles and saddlebags.
And that is the lowest payment.
Yes. Then you need a wagon, I imagine. You have a lot of big people.
Wait, so do you think that one of your boars could carry?
No, you'd need like 4.
Oh, okay. That is. But for one person, it would be 85.
85 gold.
This is we are spending so much time on this boar talk. Oh, it seems like there's members of the party who are ready to go.
You could do what I used to do when I was poor. I had a druid friend. Druid friend would turn into animal. We'd ride druid friend.
Yeah,
Druid
but-
friend would turn into animals and do tricks. We make coin. Druid friend help make money. Druid friend died in a river. Turned into fish. Bear caught. Dead.
Kid is just like in the background, wide-eyed, like.
Also, nice to meet you. I am Otto.
I
I
am-
love that this guy's name is Otto.
It's O-T-T-O.
Yeah.
Can I help you? Do you want boar?
Your amazing boars are too much of an extravagance for my own purse.
We have a
and,
donkey.
Okay, this is the first I'm hearing of this wonderful
No one
donkey.
really wants to buy it because the donkey is, well, very old.
Sounds like you are selling me a discount animal.
It
Go
can carry up to
on.
420 pounds. It's very old. It's 8. Generally, a donkey that's in prime condition is 8 gold pieces. This one I give you half price. 4 gold pieces.
Well, it seems like we have gone too much, and now we are taking up your time
I
for
understand.
a bottom of the barrel sort of sale.
The donkey is also deaf and going blind.
Okay.
But you just
So-
put carrot on stick.
So you have been killing and slaughtering horses for
Ponies,
their meat.
because I like to eat ponies more than I like to eat pigs. And like I said before, these pigs are like my children.
Yes, but you
I don't
have
come into your house and
perfectly.
eat your children.
I have not suggested to eat the wonderful boars that you have sold us, but
I haven't sold you
you
any
have
boars.
Okay, well, that you are actively trying to sell us your beautiful children, as you have said. But there is a blind and deaf donkey who does not respond to anything but perhaps the scent of a carrot, and you've
Yes.
decided to kill perfectly valuable horses in trade instead of killing your deaf and blind.
Why would I kill the
Donkey.
donkey? The donkey is my best friend.
Oh, hold on. Now, all right, you have really been burying the lead on all of these
Oh, you also might need a lead
killings. I'm sorry, what?
if you want rope to pull animal along.
Oh, another item that I'm finding
Well,
out
most people
about
have rope
now.
on them.
I do not
But then
have
you'd
a
need
lot
rope.
of rope.
And feed for the animal. But our druid friend would make good berry for animals. But then druid died.
Oh.
Are you not
You-
buying board today?
No, we are going to go. Thank you for sharing. This was as long as it was pointless, and you are a very kind human,
I'm a dwarf.
dwarfman,
Thank you.
trying, and I wish you the best with your boar children and your deaf-blind donkey best friend.
Thank you. Should you come back, look out for Otto's oxes.
Okay, so now there are oxes.
There
What
used to
you
be.
you know? I am so in the weeds with you right
All of
now.
my oxes got bought out.
I'm so in the weeds with you,
Sold
Otto.
out. I sold out of oxes. I should rebrand. Otto's Boars.
You've told me that there are just boars. Then there was a donkey. Then there are your children and your best friend. There were horses, but you've eaten them, and you've named your place Otto's Oxes. I
What
love
do you think
li-
the sausages are made out of next door at the tavern? Horse meat.
Why would you
We are
again?
an IKEA.
You said you're in IKEA.
No, that was a joke.
Truck
Oh.
is just is outside the city now, just like standing there.
Your
being like,
friends are waiting.
no,
No,
he's,
but, no,
no, that's
I-
his drug. Like he's just like whenever he's in town for too long, he just needs to get out. So
No
I want to
boars.
go. I want to go, but you keep saying things that absolutely perplex and intrigue me.
You know where I am. You find me. We can talk more.
Okay, I will write down your name. All right.
Otto.
Yes. Otto spelled like lotto. I get it.
No, spelled like Otto. There is no L. And he goes back to shoveling.
I don't know who's better, Otto or Olfuk.
I think that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Justin, you got to put a note down that Otto has a Eastern European accent.
Nah.
So
I'll
you know,
forget how
I'm
to do the accent anyway.
Otto
I'm-
just reminds me of my old neighbor, and I miss you, Dan.
You know, I'm sorry that took so long. But, you know, for someone who works all day, you know, as sort of giving people rides and giving and helping with husbandry, he doesn't seem very stable to me.
I'm very stable.
I was very far away. I was out of earshot.
I have the ears of a hawk.
Okay, well, okay, hold on. Are there hawks now for sale? What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying I have the ears
What
of
is
a
the? You need to show in the future. You maybe show a list of products that you have
Well,
available.
you could go see my brother.
Okay, now there's a brother. You hold on.
He owns,
Hold on. You have the option.
he owns a menagerie in Nundeel City.
No, you haven't. You have the option of having a best friend, and your brother who is still alive
Why would
is
he
someone,
not be alive?
but a blind dumb. I'm just saying.
He
there's
was
a
married
blind.
to Druid friend.
So much backstory on this. You have
It's like it's being
led
made up on the spot.
you've led quite into. So wait, hang on. So you had a druid friend. Were you an adventurer?
Yes. I
So
rode the
what I
boar
want
into
to know-
battle.
What I want to know is why. Usually, with our druid friend, when they were
Oh,
in their
you don't need my mounts then. You have druid friend as well. Druid friend turns into horse. You are set.
yes,
You
but
take turns.
yes, but but then who ponies the druid friend? That is what I want to know. Who is then druid friend's pony?
That depends on the person. Who has strongest legs?
You know, that is a
Certainly
very genuine question that I do not have an answer for. A genuine question about ponies.
But if you like exotic animals, you could check out my brother's menagerie in Anundil City, Dreamweave District.
Ooh.
Hey, what's your brother's name?
Dirk.
Have I heard of Dirk's donkeys? In
You know, originally, his pet store was called Dirk's Donkeys. That's where I got donkey from.
So he's your
Oh.
best friend because he reminds you of your brother?
Was a
And
long
you-
time
and you-
ago.
Of course.
And you
Does your brother have an ox that he got from you,
Yes. His ox's
But
name
not-
is Otto.
but not
And
a
you-
boar?
and at one point today you were going to sell us this donkey for 4 gold.
Yes.
Your best friend for 4 gold.
I would like my best friend to travel and see the world.
He
have a good
cannot
life.
see. You said he was blind.
You do not need eyes to see the world around you. You can touch and feel.
Brew.
You will learn when you become an adventurer like I was.
This whole conversation is maddening.
I don't see how. I am
But
answering questions. I am giving answers for your questions.
We want to thank you for your answers, and I hope that you have
But no, my brother's store is called Dirk's Den. It was called Dirk's Donkeys, but we changed it to Dirk's Den when he ran out of donkey.
Is that when he started getting the more exotic animals?
Yes,
Ooh, that's a good name.
like
Dirk's
hawks,
Den.
pigeons.
Or are there magic? If he's in the Dreamweave district, does it include like monstrosities and other non-beasts as well?
Probably. You'll have to ask him. I
So
only
maybe-
sell boars, not magic
So maybe-
animals.
Maybe then you change your name from Otto's Oxen to like Otto's Grotto, and then maybe you have that would, suffice to. It would solve your name change as well.
I will rename it to Otto's Grotto, and not give you any money for your suggestion, because you didn't buy any of my boars.
You
No,
no,
I
not get any royalties for this.
No, I'm simply just a vessel of Bahamut.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, well, you should put respect on his name. I'm going to go. This has been as enriching and frustrating as I can possibly imagine, and thank you so much for your time, and bye.
Goodbye. He turns and you can see him, he starts to feed a very blind donkey, and the donkey can't find the carrot. He's like, "It's over here, it's in my hand."
He cannot hear you.
And you all leave Bastille?
Yeah.
North gates or the southwest gates?
Let's go North Gate, way we came in.
Alright, as you all leave Bastille, we're going to take a break there. Real quick break, because we're almost at the 3-hour mark, so... like 5 minutes at the most. We'll see you all back here in a few minutes.
All right.
Oh, wrong one! There we go. Where's the beef? All right, so we're back. Break time. You all are leaving the settlement of Bastille after handing in a contract, speaking to Otto of Otto's Oxes, soon to be Otto's Grotto, and are making your way somewhere.
Making my way. As we're walking out, Kenna's gonna look down at their shirt and just realize there's a hole where they assume their liver is.
Oh yeah.
Hey Ben, you think you
Yes.
can fix this?
Unfortunately, no, I don't have that spell.
And
Really?
it's
Clean,
The hole's like,
I can-
The hole's like this big.
I can clean, I can't mend.
Come on, dude.
I'm sorry, can your magic do it?
Why do you think I'm asking you, Ben?
Well, I'm just saying, glass houses and stones and all.
Oh, someone roll me a d20.
Ah, 3.
3. I'm sorry. It's autumn. But I'm sorry about the weather Ven just rolled for.
Oh.
Hail.
Oh,
Aw,
ow, ow, ow.
sounds like California.
It's not hurting Druk too much. It's getting kind of stuck in Druk's fur.
He's got a little more padding than the
It's
rest of us. Is Quoin getting a migraine?
Ping,
From all
ping,
the-
ping, 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 ping.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's the day's weather. Hail.
Although I could see that deafening coin, like for the ping, 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 ping. That's the only thing you hear. Like what?
And now I need someone to roll me a d8.
While we're traveling, I want to
I'll roll
just
it.
let you know. While we're traveling, Druk is also going to be hunting to maintain and replenish rations.
Survival check.
Okay.
That D8 was a 7.
I got a 23.
Okay. You find squirrel tracks and some deer tracks. And coin. Ow! That's all you guys hear.
Where do we hear it from?
The sky. Ow!
Did I actually see what it
Perception
was this
checks.
time? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Ow!
17.
Kenna, what'd you get?
Oh, I didn't roll, but I can. Guidance.
13.
13.
It's not worth mentioning.
Okay. Ven.
6.
Okay. Oh, this would be with disadvantage because of the hail.
Oh,
Oh, it's still hailing. I thought we
Yeah,
were rolling
no,
for
the
another
hail's
thing.
all day.
Oh, okay.
well, it didn't get worse.
Kind of got an 11.
Okay.
So it's my 13.
Okay. Druk.
16.
Dax.
14.
Okay. And Ven, sorry?
It was still 6.
Okay. Everyone but basically Ven and Kenna. Ow! Again. And then the sounds of someone like hitting branches and trees off the road to the west. To your left.
Is that where where Druk saw the tracks
No.
as well? Go? No? Okay.
And then
I feel like this is happening while Ven and Kenna are talking about their shirt. So like we're off to
Yeah.
the side. You guys are.
I'm sorry, it won't. I can't. It can clean the fabric. I just can't read it. It's a separate spell, and I don't. I only get a limited amount.
In a shirt? Come on, dude.
What? It's
We-
complicated to weave the materials together. And
Yeah, we should. We should.
Should we check
Druk,
on
Druk,
that?
we should. Yeah.
sorry,
let us-
what? What?
Ow.
Was-
Ow.
Was
Oh.
that the area that Dax heard the giant voices from?
No.
Okay.
Same spot.
We are getting close to that area.
Yeah. Ow.
Alright. Yeah, Druk will start heading in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll coin.
Well, it's very heavy wooded. So after about 20 feet,
Hello.
You see a gnome face down on the ground, and beside him is a broom that's been that's snapped in half. Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Just wild gray hair, goggles strapped to the forehead, sits up. Hello?
Are you alright?
No. I crashed.
Where did you come from?
Where
Where'd
does
you go?
anybody come from? I came from the sky.
That's not where I came
I'm
from.
testing out something and it malfunctioned. Well, stands up, picks up the 2 pieces of the broom. Oh. Well,
Was the broom meant to make you fly?
yes.
Well, it's impressive that you got off the ground at all. That is quite the enchantment.
Thank you. It's broken.
I can see that. I'm sorry, but
All right.
I'm sorry to hear that.
See you around.
Okay, did you? We are heading to Giant's Cradle. Did you need to travel in a group? I know that
No.
there have been. Okay, I was going to say there have been giants
Oh, yeah.
who have been known being
Yeah.
around. I
Not
want-
giants. There's ogres that were camping here
Oh,
a couple
yes.
days ago.
Yes, ogres indeed. And I was going to say, if we all 5 of us together are very strong, if you wanted to come with us to share the road to Giant's Cradle, we could be even stronger.
Nah.
Okay, well,
I'm going to Bastille anyway.
be safe.
I have to pick something up.
All right, stay away from the chatty stableman.
Oh, Otto.
Otto, indeed.
I used to travel with him.
Oh,
Are
What?
you?
What are you going to pick up, if I may ask?
None of your business?
Druck just kind of looks at Ven.
Where are you from? The magic place?
No, I'm from Bastille.
Are you Dirk?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Scoops up the remains of his broom and just keeps waddles back the way he came.
Well, that was interesting.
Then, sorry, the magic is still unfamiliar to me. Thought that someone from your magic place might have sent someone to pick up the item.
Oh. Well, that could have been a potential, but I doubt they would have. If this is truly important, I doubt they would have sent someone on an experimental flying broom to do so. They would have used a more secure and safe method.
Ah, you must be Ven.
Who said that?
Standing in the road about 20 feet ahead is this illusory image of the headmaster,
Oh, headmaster.
which I will describe in just a second.
Is he? I forget. Is he a new headmaster?
He's been the headmaster for a little while, a long while actually, a couple hundred years.
Oh, okay. So I would have seen him, but he wouldn't remember me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Um,
We met actually.
You see a
Bet.
6'3", 6'2", very pale elf, wearing a high-collared, flowing black robe with a vibrant orange trim, completely bald, very pointed ears that are pierced with black studs of obsidian, and violet-colored eyes. And he's like, "Hello."
Hello.
He looks around. Oh, interesting. You sent me a letter.
Yes, I did.
The illusory figure walks up to the group.
About the object we found.
Yes, of course. I can't really identify it in this state, but should you want to come to my school and have a meeting with me in my office, that would be acceptable. I assume you know where the Dreamweave district is in Untitled City.
Yes, I'm familiar.
find yourself in the Crucible. It's where the wizard students fight each other from time to time to duel, but we have teleportation circles there that you can use by the people who operate said place to teleport to the school much quicker than taking the boat, and we can have a meeting in my office in regards to this artifact.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
While they're, sorry, go ahead.
Yes. I think I remember the way to your office.
Excellent.
While they're talking, Druck is kind of circling around this illusory image, like.
Please don't touch me. I can feel everything. I can feel the breeze. It's a beautiful autumn day, except for the hail.
Kenna's just gonna walk past him and just flick some dirt at him off the road.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm good at those.
We'll see.
I should be. I don't know.
I said last campaign, Kate.
Yeah. 22.
That fails. This is the headmaster of the Soulspire Academy. Of course that fails. You just paralyze on the spot. Now, that's rude.
I apologize for my companion.
Like I said, I can feel everything. I didn't come here to get assaulted.
Yes, I apologize. Yes, the Crucible, teleportation circles, and would you like to see the object?
Oh
I
yes,
say,
of course. Actually, thank
trying
you.
to distract him from
Yeah.
the. I'll pull it out and hold it up so he can see it and like rotate it so he can get a look at all the different angles.
On second thought. One moment. The illusory image disappears.
All right.
Yeah.
No, just kind of unfreeze. Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he can cast spell through his illusory versions of himself.
22 does not beat
Of
DC.
course, he's the headmaster of the
Yeah.
magic school. He maintains everything. Oh
I was
yeah.
gonna say, what was Ogden's spell DC at 20th level?
Getting pretty up there.
I think it was 20.
It was 20 even, but it
Okay.
was it was
But
off.
but we're not also taking into account any magic items you might have that might raise that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then with a crack of thunder and a lightning bolt, the actual headmaster appears on the road.
What?
Oh. Hello, headmaster.
Where did you find that?
Meat house.
Yes.
Meat house?
Meat house.
It was a house made of meat. We recently took a job for the Wayfinders Guild.
Wayfarers? You mean?
Wayfarers, yes, sorry.
Interesting. I'm
Ben,
surprised
ben
you're
is
not
a,
doing missions.
Ben is a little flustered.
I'm surprised you're not doing jobs for us. We could be giving you jobs as part of, since you are part of the school.
Oh well, we had just finished doing something. We had sort of been commissioned by the Queen's Guard to investigate a murder in Nundial City.
Oh, did you meet Trondar?
I think so.
You didn't.
No, I don't know. We didn't. I'm sorry.
I don't like that little raccoon.
All right.
Oh, he's on the council. He turned himself into a raccoon.
Oh, he's actually a raccoon. All
He
right.
likes the form, so he made it permanent and can cast spells as a raccoon.
Interesting. But anyway, yes, we took a job for the Queen's Guard that brought us out in this direction, and then we've been taking jobs to earn some extra coin on our way back. But one of them was involving a thief stealing the livers of guards. Was that in Bastille? Was that where we
Yeah,
just were?
yeah.
Yes, Bastille. Yes. Ben is saying all this out loud, like
Uh,
he's just kind of like motor
He holds up
mouthing
a
it.
finger. This is not a safe place to discuss such things, especially something like this. We don't know who could be
Alright.
watching. Do you all want?
Druck is just like.
Would you all like some alcohol, some tea, some food? Very good food.
I wouldn't say no.
He holds out a hand. Everyone join hands.
take hands with whoever's on my left and right.
Okay.
I'm gonna reluctantly take Druck's hand.
You can tell your bugbear friend this is quite safe.
What is?
We're just gonna go somewhere out of the hail.
We're about to teleport, I believe.
Correct.
Druck.
Trust me, it's quite safe.
Relax your
Take the wheel.
relax your stomachs, everyone, and don't lock your knees.
Right.
There's an instinct to tense up, but don't. It makes the nausea worse.
All right. Everyone holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Druck's knees are locked and his stomach is tensed.
Con save. As you're teleporting through space.
Porky!
7.
As you're flying through, Druck.
No!
So he's like, "Oh, we'll just fix." As you're teleporting, he's like, "We'll fix it. We'll just send that to a different dimension, to a different plane."
Just a demon in the blood war just gets hit in the face with vomit.
Yeah, Ash hurt.
Yeah, Ash.
And you all teleport into this massive circular office. The ceiling is covered in lava that's running down panes of glass because Ash, as you know, the Soulspire Academy is in a dormant it's in a volcano. So there's lava lighting up. There's lava running down the ceiling on the glass, lighting up the room. And this room, massive desk, ornate desk with a massive high-backed chair of gold, just books and arcane trinkets everywhere. He's like, "Okay, we're in my office now. It's impossible to scry in here. So if anyone is keen on this artifact, now we can talk without prying eyes and ears and all sorts of things. Now, where did you find this?"
So in Bastille there was a job posted that something was stealing the liver. Someone or something was stealing the livers of the town guards.
That is
We
very
investigated.
interesting.
We investigated and went into the. There was a manor in town where we went and we investigated. And the entire interior had been coated in living flesh and saliva.
That's very interesting.
Yes, very unpleasant
Did you
as well.
get any of the flesh as a sort of?
I didn't. I don't know if anybody else did.
Well,
We determined that, there was a man inside who had done something to attempt to resurrect or keep her wife alive, and she was
understandable.
a massive mass of flesh and eyes and body parts.
How nightmarish.
Yes. Upon defeating her and going into the basement, we read his journal, which I turned that in as evidence to the guard captain of Bastille.
I'm very glad you didn't hand this in.
Yes,
Who knows what
it seemed
people not trained in magic could do with such a thing.
apparently turn an entire house into a pile of meat.
Which I do not want to do to my office.
Yes. The journal says that it activates in the presence of dead flesh, and retains the things that are the bodies that are. It activates and it destroys dead bodies, but then it can return them, remakes them potentially alive again, with the memories of things that they saw. Potentially out of multiple. It requires multiple bodies to create one.
And I assume, as one of our students, you also noticed the 8 symbols of the schools of magic.
The schools of magic, yes.
He touches
And
one. He touches
seems,
one. Nothing happens.
It seems to be impervious to the identify spells, and also a local wizard in town attempted legend lore, and that did nothing as well.
So the only the idea is if something. If it could not be detected by both spells, now this is going to sound very strange. There's probably just some enchantments on it to protect it, or as unlikely as it came before the weave, which again, very unlikely and probably impossible. Did you read the language on these rings?
I didn't recognize it, neither did the wizard in town.
But we can fix that. He starts casting comprehend languages.
That would be a good one to use.
Alright, so On the ring dedicated to evocation magic, the word says Solfar, the Daybringer.
Hmm.
Interesting. Does that ring a bell to you?
I can't say it does.
Nor I. On the necromancy ring, the name says Dode Forhan, the Death Dealer. Interesting. Over the enchantment ring now, and this name rings a bell. Goad the Infinite. There was a wizard called Goad. He created magical items, most notably Goad's Infinity Chest. There are 6 in existence, scattered throughout the world. Yeah. So that name is familiar. Interesting. Over the abjuration ring, we have Cloak Tarn the Tower. No idea who that is. Transmutation magic, Sagir the Cloth Maker. Conjuration magic, Volsung the Conjurer. Divination magic, Shern the Allseer. And illusion magic, Maskjor the Faceless. Now, if this is what I think it is, I think, based on my studies, I like to study ancient artifacts, as you well know. I imagine you know.
Yes.
That's why you came to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is a loom.
The legend lore spell, that is the only word that it returned, yes.
So there was a book that I would read it from time to time that was in the Amber Athenium. This book had details about old magic and such things. And he looks at this thing. There was an image of such odd object in the book. And that book has since gone missing, since a year ago. But, from what I gathered in my research, when this object is in the presence of a deceased creature, like you said, it begins to whir to life with scintillating colors, each color pool tied to a school of magic. If a creature presses the loom against a corpse, the corpse is reduced to pure energy and absorbed into the loom. Over the course of 1 hour, this device creates new life using the template of the deceased creature. The new creature is created from the same energy in a space within 5 feet of the octahedron, along with the creature's appearance and memories. So it creates a body for a creature. I imagine when to bypass the strict resurrection costs that our continent so likes to enact.
Mm-hmm.
And then, from what I also read, there's a 10% chance that the new creature is created as a newborn, but reaches the age of the previous creature in 1 hour. And in this research, it also lines up that if too many, let's say, flesh memories are absorbed into the loom at once, the result produces a creature of flesh. They called it an organ snatcher.
That sounds like a familiar description based on what we
And
saw of
any
his
creature
wife.
that became one of these things could not be resurrected. Because, And there were rumors that people brought back by these were capable of casting magic if they weren't able to before. Like they were renewed by the weave itself. And that's what I know from my research.
Well, much more than I knew. So then that appears then that's what happened to the man's wife and child. I believe he attempted to merge the two.
Oh, he tried merging his wife and child.
Well, he didn't have enough flesh memory, to use the term, to bring back his wife. So he attempted. It seems like he attempted to use his child to make up his deceased child to make up the difference.
I wonder if you need a corpse. Did by any chance he try to use something that wasn't a corpse, like ashes?
Yes, it was ashes. Yes,
that might do it. You might need a corpse. Interesting. Do you want to hold on to it and test it out for me?
I thought it would be best.
That's a good idea.
Kept safe somewhere.
Yes. Well, I appreciate you letting me know about this. I've been reading about these for years, and I've never seen one, and I would like to study it more. But, yes, if it got into the wrong hands, it could be very not so great. Imagine more of those creatures roaming around.
I'd rather not.
Well, do you all Well, did the Wayfarers Guild pay you well for this contract?
About 18 gold pieces
Oh,
apiece.
goodness, for something like this is powerful magic. Hold on a second. I think I can give you all each something from my private collection.
Oh.
And he steps off into a room. And no touching anything. I don't remember what in this room is volatile and what isn't. Haha, that's just kidding. Also, fun fact, in my research, this item was created along with such things as, like, spheres of annihilation and stuff.
Oh.
So just as old.
Kenna pokes a chair they're standing next to.
It's a chair. There's, like, whirring objects in the room as well. And there's like a train set that's just hovering in the air and moving through the air.
Is there tea on the table set?
As soon as you think about tea, there is.
Dax just, like, graciously kind of nods their head and, like, gently picks up the teacup.
Oh, don't mind my unseen servants.
Just takes a nice sip.
And then eventually comes back with a huge chest and puts it on his desk. Now, I don't know you all that well. I know Ven, sort of, from your infirmary work, which I very much appreciate. But I would like to give you all something. I think we can have a good arrangement here. If you find any more artifacts like this that can't be identified, please bring them to me, and I'm sure I can give you more from my collection. I have too many things as it is. First, who wants this? He pulls out a cloak made of hide, and the underside of the cloak looks like a membrane of, like, almost like a bat wing with, like, a veined skin. This is a cloak of the bat. While wearing the cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. In an area of dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges of the cloak with both hands and use it to fly at a speed of 40 feet. If you ever fail to grip the cloak's edges while flying in this way, you are no longer in dim light or darkness, you fall. While wearing this cloak in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to cast polymorph on yourself, transforming into a bat. Which one among you is the sneaky one? The rogue, if you will.
I mean, but Druck's looking at Quoin too, so
He's got items for each of you that are tailored to each of you.
yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. He'll grab it.
He hands you a cloak of the bat. Basically, it's made of bat hide, and the underside of the cloak is a bat wing, like the membrane of a bat wing.
I can help you learn to use that, Druck. It is incredibly useful.
Well, how,
He kind of holds it, kind of smells it.
Yeah, it smells like a hide.
We can practice with it, but you will it'll allow you to be able to fly, at least in darkness.
And dim light, yeah.
Yes.
Then, I figured you might have more use for this than I do. And he pulls out a golden wand. And the golden wand is covered in what we call, like, spines. And on each spine is a colored marble. This is a wand of wonder.
Oh.
This wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. Roll a d100 and consult the following table to discover what happens. A. You cast slow. Fairy fire. Blah 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 blah. A bunch. And hands Ven a wand of wonder. You will have to attune to that. Now, we're starting to start getting into the little more tricky stuff. Who wants to go next?
The three of us aren't very eager.
Dax will step towards him.
Okay. Right. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Sorry, I got confused for a second.
It's okay, the tea is very good. Thank you, by the way.
You are most welcome. Thank you. Sorry, I'm looking through my mental notes. Give me a second. It's here somewhere. What do you like?
To hit things?
Perfect. What's... Because I forgot to fucking put this in. What's your favorite way to hit things?
Well, I've been generally using my great axe.
Perfect.
Which is
Here's what I was going to give you anyway. I forgot that I had it written down somewhere. He pulls out a belt. And on the buckle of the belt is the head of a hill giant. This is the belt of hill giant strength. While wearing this belt, your strength score changes to 21. This item has no effect on you if your strength without the belt is equal to or greater than 21. Congratulations, here you go.
that is much appreciated.
It was originally going
Thank
to be
you.
a belt of dwarven kind, but no. Because I forgot that it makes you grow a beard. Right. Looks like Quoin next. Hello.
Hello.
You wear a lot of armor.
Yeah, I've got, I've got it. It's, it's bulky, but I consider it carry on.
Interesting.
Is the airline?
Peanuts.
He just gives Quoin a bag of peanuts. I need to find if this is the right one. Hold on.
Oh no, I am allergic.
Yeah, here we go. Cool. This is what I wanted. He pulls out a shield. It's a buckler, circular. Now, I understand. He looks at your shield. I can put any image you'd like on this shield. I can take your shield you have there and turn it into this shield I have here. If you're very attached with that one.
I am very attached to this one.
Well then, I can do something. May I see it then for a second? I can just put the enchantment onto your shield instead of giving you this one.
The shield won't be harmed, Coin.
Yes.
This is just like a lot of trust.
Yeah. Takes the shield.
Would it help you if I held it while he did the enchanting?
No, it's fine.
All right.
Thank you. I'll be brave.
Puts his hands on it, and you see like a bluish silver glow underneath his hands. And he starts speaking in Draconic.
I know that.
You do.
I speak it.
He's saying, Platinum 1, carry your blessing over to this shield. Protect your follower. Hands you your shield back. I have turned your shield into an arrow-catching shield. You gain a +2 bonus to AC against ranged attacks while you wield this shield. This bonus is in addition to the shield's normal bonus to AC. In addition, whenever an attacker makes a ranged attack against a target within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to become the target of the attack instead.
Okay.
And that's an arrow-catching shield.
Against ranged. So it's an additional +2.
Yeah, there's a magic item for it. You can just add it to your character sheet and get all that math figured out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where would I find that on my?
Just add magic, add items, add equipment, arrow-catching shield.
Heard. Thank you.
And for you,
They've been giving him a sour look the whole time.
nothing for you then.
Alright.
No. Pulls out a staff of gnarled wood. He like looks at you for a second like he's reading you.
I try to read him back, but I don't think I can.
And no. And he pulls out a staff of like withered mossy wood. And at the top of the staff is a withered humanoid hand. I think this is right. This is a Staff of Withering. This staff has 3 charges and regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. Can only be attuned by a cleric, druid, or warlock. The staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff. On a hit, it deals damage as a normal quarterstaff, and you can expend 1 charge to deal an extra 2d10 necrotic damage to the target. In addition, the target must succeed on a DC 15 con save or have disadvantage for 1 hour on any ability check or saving throw that uses strength or constitution. I couldn't decide what to give you though, so it's the staff or bag of tricks.
I'll take the staff.
Alright. Hands you a Staff of Withering. I think that's everyone. Wonderful. Is there anywhere you need to go? Particularly? Just so you know, this isn't a, oh, we need to go somewhere, can you teleport us? This is just for the moment. Anywhere you need to go, currently. Think of this as another favor for letting me study this artifact.
Well, everyone, where would we like to go?
We were trying to go to the Choraghara Mountains currently
Where
for
is
the platinum.
Oh, you're going to the platinum mines.
Yes.
Would you like me to bring you down? Not in the entrance, because I might scare the workers, but a mile outside of the mine?
I think that would work, yes. Make our journey much quicker to finish Quoin's quest here.
Excellent.
You know, you don't have to. No one has to go out of their way. I don't want anybody to.
You technically won't be going out of anyway if I teleport you.
That's fair.
It's either that or a quite long boat ride to get back.
Well, you could use the teleportation circles to get to
That's true.
to an Undul city that we have here.
So I will need to attune to this shield.
Yes, every item I gave to each of you will acquire attunement. Well, are you ready? He snaps his fingers and the artifact that he was given disappears for a second. He's like, don't want that in public sight. But again, thank you, Ven.
Yes, of
I hope
course.
I was able to be of
Had
some
not.
service.
Very, very much so, yes. And I'm just happy that that there's no more risk of that artifact falling into the wrong hands.
And should you be finding any more of these artifacts, let me know. Bring them to me, and I think I can give you more of my personal collection. I do need to get rid of an extra bag of holding, so... Alright, everyone hold hands.
Dax puts the teacup down.
Okay.
And then
And as you all teleport away, that's where we're going to end the session for the week.
Okay.
Magic items!
Yeah.
Kate is so excited. Kenna does not like the headmaster.
Aw, he's so cool, though.
I'm a thick bitch! Yes!
But,
You yoked.
he had 21 strength at level 3.
Fucking small!
Let's go.
We just had our meeting Galadriel moment.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Ven has a Wand of Wonder, which is like my favorite magic item.
I know I know. As soon as you handed it to me, I'm like, of course you would want to hand that out, and of course I'm gonna have to use it as often as possible.
Yeah, we use that.
Dude, I got so lucky with a Wand of Wonder when we were doing the Mad Mage.
That was the previous party's Wand of Wonder, but the previous party in Mad Mage used that Wand of Wonder and it enlarged the black pudding that killed people. Anyways, good night, everybody. We'll see you here next week for the continuation of this as the party teleports to the Geraldan Platinum Mines in the Choraghara Mountains. Tomorrow, our finale of Candlekeep Mysteries, because Realm of the Frostbane we're ending the week after that. So, good night, everyone.
Right.